Alright, we're live!
Oh.
Welcome. We'll give a second to let people trickle in and get the, push notification and all that.
Sorry, my dog needed something the very instant you said that.
I suggest clicking your ad break now.
Well, then everyone will hear you guys. Oh, ad break? Yeah, that's a good idea.
That way, when they come in, they won't get one.
Yeah, I usually do that.
No.
Oh, Twitch is just being stinky. Okay.
Do you want?
Stinky Twitch.
Twitch, how could you?
I apologize in advance for my dog when she inevitably needs something.
No, it's all good. I'm on the same with my kitty cats. Meow, meow, meow. Oh, hello, Nightbug. Oh, wait. We're gonna jump into a little bit of an ad break just to let people trickle in. Bonk.
Woo!
Shout out to the squad with ad blocker. Hey.
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 Heyo. Speaking of.
Oh, yeah, just started. Okay.
We've started, yep.
Yeah,
Cat demanded chip.
Cat demanded chip? Give Cat chip. Cat deserve chip.
Cat squad.
She can have a little chip she just wants the salt is all it is.
Oh, yes.
Cat squad, cat squad.
Cat squad.
Yeah, you ever hear like a jingling like this? Oh, I said like this. Oh, I guess the bell fell off the cat toy. Never mind. Sometimes I'm like DMing and I have my cat toy in my other hand, like dragging it behind me.
What? I already gave you one chip.
We're live, but Twitter won't load for me. Fantastic.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to post things in my Discord.
I'm gonna drop this in the clown Discord and let everybody know that I'm here.
Oh yeah, my IRL people wanted to catch the stream as well.
Oh.
My usual D&D group.
Yeah. That's very cool.
Real life skunks.
It's pretty pog.
It's very pog.
Hello, Pluto. Yeah, but Nightbug, we're getting them out of the way, and then there'll be a full 25 minutes without ad breaks. So that's sort of the idea.
Put things in my Discord.
Let the suspense build.
Now my friends can bully me.
Hooray for
I love
bullying.
Live on stream.
There's a tiny little Aurora right next to my head, so every time I talk, it looks like I'm gonna eat Aurora.
Please no eat.
He is like cotton candy colored.
Yes.
Just saying.
I will not confirm or deny that I am cotton candy flavored.
Get in my mouth.
Confetti's like not talking sprite. Looks like a big beholder head, just gonna blast a laser into Aurora.
I am the final boss.
It's okay, Aurora. My chat thinks I'm Blue Raspberry Fun Dip, so.
Oh, that sounds really good, actually.
Eat him? Yes. I will do this.
Nightbug, Pluto, how are the audio of the stream sounding?
Cat, what is wrong with you?
Meow. Meow. Ooh, I hope everyone's excited.
Oh, I am.
Very excited.
Very
a little
excited.
nervous, though.
A little scared.
My lad.
You should be.
Oh no. Lightning crash, thunder.
Explosion.
It's Tomb of Annihilation. Yes. This Sunday. It's Tomb of Annihilation.
Mimation. Oh, thank you for the pass, Pluto. But I think that ad break is over. Does everyone want to introduce themselves? First of all, my name's Skunky. I'm a skunk. That's about it. Like to play chill, cozy things. And now, playing some D&D as well. So I will be the game master for today's stream. The DM. Let's swing it on over to Aurora on the left.
Oh, hello. I'm Aurora. I stream mostly with Eden, who is also here with us. I'm trans, gay, interdimensional prince. I'm sparkly. I That's about all I got.
Hello, I'm Confetti. I'm a clown, and I play a variety of games, but I actually favor horror games the most. And this is my second time playing with Skunky, as well as playing with Eden and Aurora.
Yeah, for the OG squad, you might remember the one shot we did back in late November, I think. It was a while ago.
Happy
was
to
very
have the
cool.
gang back together.
Oh
Hell
yeah.
My name is Eden. I am an interdimensional explorer. I tend to gather tag-alongs as I travel, as evidence of the Catboy.
He got
Uh,
a couple of stray cats. in
Hey,
his
I didn't
party.
know that lore.
They wouldn't leave him alone.
I got a couple of stray cats.
See, that's what
Uh,
happens when you feed them.
Yeah,
When you
yeah.
feed the strays.
That was his first mistake.
But aside from that, we stream a variety of games. But as we play D&D, you'll get to know me.
All right, and that brings us to Lalo.
Oh, hello. I am words. I'm Lullaby. I'm a space cat. I was sent to study Earth, and I definitely did not crash my spaceship trying to parallel park it. Don't worry about it. I study Earthlings through the magic of the
Valid.
Twitch chat, and I don't eat astronauts, and that's all.
That's cool. I don't eat people either. I'm glad we have that in common.
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
Totally
yeah.
not cannibals in today's group.
I just
like
don't try to parallel park. That's my secret.
it. Hey,
I should have tried that.
Skunky
Am
canonically
I
bikes to work.
Person present
That's new
who
lore.
is very good at parallel parking. I'm the token gay that can drive, so I can also parallel park.
Good, you'll be
I think-
driving us everywhere.
Good.
Thank you for the follow, Junger. But this might be the point where we introduce our characters, but no, that is not what we're going to do. Instead, we're
Okay,
going to
I can
jump in
finish drawing him.
to the Tomb of Annihilation, the module, not the tomb itself. But for the, ooh, where'd the music go?
Oh, that's right. There's music.
Oh, that's battle music. Yeah, so the music will only be for the people watching my stream, but feel free to play on your own Spotify playlist if you want music as well. In the future, I can play it through this program that we're using today, but I don't have that set up. So, yes. For the past several days, the talks of the streets and taverns has all been about the so-called death curse. A wasting disease afflicting everyone who's ever been raised from the dead. Victims grow thinner and weaker each day, a terribly slow corruption building day after day after day, sliding towards the death they once denied. And when they finally succumb, they can't be raised. And neither can anyone else, regardless of whether they've ever received that miracle in the past. All reviving magic has been rendered completely useless. Temples and scholars of divine magic are at a loss to explain a curse that has affected the entire region and possibly the entire world. But we do not pick up with these scholars or temples investigating. Instead, we pick up in an open-ish field. A graveyard, actually. A light, drizzling rain pitter-pattering on the gravestones and grass beneath your feet. For each of you, you may not know each other, but there is one person that you all know. And you are, unfortunately, dressed in black at their funeral, where they have just succumbed to the death curse just a few days prior. Now, this is a little bit of a fun character improvisation moment, because the way we're going to introduce your characters is going to be your eulogy to the person who was passed.
No, don't make me do that. Oh god.
I don't.
You can make it as simple as you
Immediately
want. You can
stressed.
say, oh, thanks for helping me out in that battle. Thanks for giving me some money when I was down on my luck. Or screw you, I won that bar fight. But does anyone want to go first? You can make up their name, you can make up whatever they want for whoever goes first.
Wait, are we all here for like a different person, or is it the same?
No, you're
person?
all here for the
Oh,
same
okay.
person. Someone that you all know, but you don't know each other.
Ah,
A connecting thread, essentially. Preferably a positive relationship. Anyone feeling the
Maybe
urge
just-
to go first? Or I can go first if you want me to warm up the water a little bit. All right, you see what appears to be a rather gruff, big, black-scaled dragonborn dressed in a bit of more white than most people here at this unfortunate funeral, with white plate armor gilded in blue. And you see as this big, gruff dragonborn sort of shuffles up to the front. Oh, curse this curse, for it has taken yet another soul that I have revived in the past. Another one who have succumbed. Oh no. I remember just about 5 years ago, this poor soul came to me on his deathbed. And before I could heal him, he died right there in the barracks where I found him. Luckily, I had the supplies to bring him back from his death. But it seems like this was a fate that he could not avoid. And then, sort of making it a bit short and simple, this black dragonborn steps down from the little podium.
I got a good one if everybody's okay with me doing it.
Sure.
Yeah,
Go for it.
Feel free to add a
ahead.
name, a gender, a race, anything you want. Flesh out this character a little bit.
Alright, here we go. My character, Cass, kind of shuffles awkwardly towards the grave and then just says, "Cat, please don't do that." That's not what she says, but
There's a stray cat sort of weaving between the gravestones.
yo.
Sorry.
She says, Chris P. Bacon was the best butcher that I had ever met. He was kind, and he, I know that after the war, he had just wanted to settle down and raise hogs. And he was always willing to give people a second chance, and he made really good bacon.
It's true, he did. The best bacon this side of the Faerun.
It really suited his last name.
And as you're up at the podium, do you want to sort of say what your character looks like as well?
Oh yes, sorry.
That's all good.
Cass, very awkwardly tugs at the end of her long black braid and shuffles a little bit awkwardly. It could be because she's in mourning. It could also be because her outfit, which is mostly black, hangs a little bit awkwardly off of her. She is a very tall woman, about 6.5 feet tall. So she's not really used to clothes that fit her exactly right. And it's clear that these pants are probably just a little bit short. Laura. Cat, please.
Thank you for your kind words. I'm sure it means a lot to Mr. Bacon. Yes, his butchery was one of the finest establishments here in Faerun. Ironically, considering he only began his butchering career late in his life, surpassing even the most well-experienced butchers in town. Would anyone like to say some words as well?
I guess I'll send my boy up. He's gonna be short and sweet. Oh, Heidi, please. My dog wants to give a few words, I think, but we're
Bark, bark, bark.
Okay, so this massive, like over 7 tall Leonin, sort of an older gentleman. He's got, a bright golden mane, but it's streaked with white a little bit as he gets older. He walks on up to the podium, looking a bit awkward in his suit because, I mean, have you ever seen like a bodybuilder in a suit? It's kind of comical. And he just stands at the podium and he says, "A finer man than most I knew, by all counts." And then he just excuses himself.
Short and
Just a man of
simple. I
few
love it.
words.
I'll go.
All right, Lila.
Okay, so Barry's kind of like shuffling up to the grave, and at first doesn't realize anyone's like actually listening. He's kind of talking to himself, and he's like, well, if it isn't the consequences of our actions. And then he's kind of like realizes people are listening, and he's like, Crispy and I had some fun times together prior to butchering, It didn't start with simple meats. We thought, hey, let's go butcher something dangerous and exotic. It'll be fun. It'll be a good time. Us and the gang, we all got into some troubles, but we thought revive. It'll be fine. It'll be fine, and I'm gonna miss him. And he just kind of backs off awkwardly, going back and like curling himself back into his cape.
Yes.
He's not a wordy lad.
Lovely. Any
So-
final words?
It's at this point that Albert makes his way onto the stage. You see a short 5'5" stubby man with slightly tinted green skin and ears not quite human in shape take the stage, and he says, "Crispy made me feel welcome when I first made my way here. I was already an adult, and in many communities, that is too much. A stranger in a new place is not welcome. But Crispy made an exception for me, and I've always appreciated that about him. He led a good life, and I'm sorry to see that he's left the world in such a tragic way." And he walks off the stage slowly.
Thank you for your kind words, everyone.
Bring a tear to my eye.
Yes. Maybe we pray this is the last of those succumbing to this curse. But we can only hope. So with that, the rest of the funeral kind of progresses. Talks of that maybe if this curse ended, Crispy Bacon could be revived. But with no one able to be revived, it's basically a pipe dream. But as the funeral is sort of coming to an end, and you're all beginning to sort of gather your things, the rain is getting just a little bit harder, and it's like you're trying to duck under some of the nearby trees here in Waterdeep, in this graveyard in the outskirts of town. You see two figures kind of standing off to the side. You might have noticed them if you're a bit more perceptive during the rest of the funeral, in that they were kind of not really a part of the crowd of the mourners, kind of just standing to the side. Maybe they were, just affected or sad or introverted. But now it seems, even though the funeral's ending, their attention is on the four of you. One has an umbrella holding it up in front of a another sort of cloaked figure.
How about my computers giving me an issue?
I'm sorry, and they've approached us.
They've not approached you, but they're kind of standing nearby and kind of giving you guys the stares.
Okay.
If you want to go ahead, first Eden, go right on ahead.
Okay. Albert approaches them and is like, I'm sorry. Is there a reason you're giving us the stink eye over here?
1 second, I'm boosting some volume. Eden, if you could maybe boost your volume just a smidge, I think you might be the
got it.
quietest here. I'm also boosting you guys on my end on the Discord as well.
Gotcha.
Is that any better?
Oh,
Oh,
that's
that's-
worlds better for me.
Right.
Great.
That's louder.
Great, I can actually even lower you on Discord now a little bit. Also, Aurora froze for a second, but we can continue.
Aurora died.
Rip.
No.
No, they're just too busy grieving their loss of crispy bacon. But you sort of get closer to these two figures, and one of them not really wearing a cloak, so you get a pretty good look at them. You see... 1 second. Gotcha. Yeah, two people are standing at the back of the crowd. One is a female elf, older, but with still spry look, dressed in the noble finery of someone from the north. Definitely on the upper class side of things, but with a garb that maybe suggests that they're ready for combat as well. You see like a short sword hanging from their hip, and they're also holding this umbrella out for the other figure, who is a little more mysterious, draped in heavy black cloak. And as you sort of get even closer, you can peek under the hood, and you see that their face is obscured with a silvered mask. The elf is the first one to speak, replying to you. Oh, well, it was a beautiful ceremony. It's clear that your friend, Crispy Bacon, meant quite a lot to you.
I think I'm back.
Mutual
I
friend?
think I'm okay.
Cass.
Can you hear me?
Yep,
Aurora's
we can hear
back.
you.
Okay. Hey.
Cass is watching the exchange in the back. She's close enough to. She's keeping close enough to listen, but she's not approaching anymore.
Great.
She's just kind of watching them from underneath her hood.
You said his name like it's some sort of pun. His name is Chris P. Bacon. It's
My
an initial.
mistake. My apologies. I did not mean to offend your fallen comrade.
I have to wonder why you came to watch the spectacle.
Well, being honest, it wasn't so much the funeral that we have come here to watch.
Harry is immediately suspicious.
This is also immediately suspicious.
He's like sort of skittering around.
And you see if finally this other figure in the cloak is the one to speak next. There's a chance the deceased soul and countless others can be saved. If you act quickly, we might even be able to bring them back to life. And he can save those living with the curse as well.
I'm listening.
And this other sprightly elf is the one to speak next. Well, to put it simply, we've heard a rumor or two that you and some of the other attendees to this funeral have skills useful for all sorts of things. mainly in combat and challenging encounters.
What is your character's name again?
Mine?
My
or-
character's name is Albert.
No. Lalodine.
Oh, Barry.
Barry. Cass just kind of
Blueberry.
side-eyeing Barry at this point. Like, are you believing this? Like, she's
Barry.
not saying it, but she's just looking at him like, what the hell?
Barry has no such subtlety. He is just like rolling his eyes and shaking his head and like gesturing, like mouthing the word scammer very openly.
And at this point, you see this elf sort of make eye contact with the rest of the three of you and kind of aware that you have been listening into the conversation, sort of raise an eyebrow in your direction.
Cass very quickly just stops any side-eyeing and goes deadpan. She's just trying to... She's not looking for a fight.
Sun Eater speaks up. He says, "Well, if you have a proposition, then out with it. We don't have all day."
Well, to put it simply, we have a lead on where we might finally get an insight into the cause of this curse. Our scries have determined not the location of the curse, but a powerful individual who has been known to investigate in necromantic magic like this. If anyone would have a lead, it would be this individual. But it's unlikely that they will be sharing it willingly.
And
Barry's just gonna sort of squint and be like, what do you mean willingly? What's the cost?
you suppose we have enough strength to force them?
Oh, you wouldn't be attacking them directly. That's what we would be doing. You would be... Well, think of it this way. We would be the distraction, and you would be the extraction of the information.
Hmm.
Are asking us to commit crime.
Would it appease your moral compass if I said this individual was a lich?
Morals? Sure. Concerns? Have doubled.
That is fair,
That's
but
what-
know that this isn't some ragtag group of godsmen and foolhardy folk. We have quite the experience dealing with larger matters like these.
Hmm.
So we would attack from the front, distract, injure, battle, for lack of a better word, and you would sneak into the back of their abode, extract their spell book, and then this spell book, more important than their spell book is their phylactery, which we can then use as leverage to get the information we need.
Oh, so you just want us to steal something? Cass says, a little bit more casually than perhaps she should.
Yes, and if we did our research correctly, at least for you, that shouldn't be much of a problem.
Cass just buttons up.
Barry's just kind of sweating like, you think I like to steal things and cause problems just because I'm a tabaxi?
Sun Eater just kind of crosses his arm and looks kind of surly and pensive.
Would it sweeten the deal if I said there was a reward for this endeavor?
How much of a reward?
1 potion of healing each. And then 500 gold for the group. Which you would all know is definitely not
That is
a paltry sum. That is
a lot of money.
It's a lot.
especially for characters
is a
at your
lot.
level. That's a lot of money.
You're being subcontracted by Cooler Adventures. I'm sorry, I probably shouldn't do that, but
Cass just kind
No,
of
it's fine.
wobbles a little bit because that's more money than she could have ever imagined having in her life. So
Very-
It's funny
And-
because they could probably hire stronger people for less.
Just think, if
no, it's fine. It's fine.
if you help us solve this death curse conundrum, then Crispy Bacon perhaps sees the light of day once more.
Harry's like trying to look like he's actually considering it, but like he's very much already decided.
Cass,
Sunlighter is sizing up his soon-to-be party mates.
Cass clears her throat and says, "Can we get the potions of healing beforehand while you keep the money? If we're going up against a lich, even if you're distracting him, there's nothing to say that his workshop wouldn't be guarded by all kinds of possible abominations.
Make a
And if it fails, there'll be no
persuasion
resurrection for
check.
us either."
Make a persuasion check for me.
Not
First
that
roll
we
of the
can
game.
afford it anyways.
Hey.
Oh.
Alright, let me get my thing. Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Alright, there you are.
I'll move.
7.
But 7 plus 3 is 10.
E.
So yeah, if you see in the bottom right of your chat log there, it does the math for you and adds up all the information for you.
Ooh, nice.
So, yes, with the 10, it kind of squints her eyes a little bit. We can provide one of the potions up front.
I think that is a bit acceptable. Then, fine.
She kind of
Provided that
fishes in
we-
her pouch for a second and pulls out a potion vial about the size of a baseball and kind of like the same shape with a little stopper of cork. Like very classic healing potion look.
Cass very carefully takes the potion in both hands and cups it and then pulls it back to her and then very gently puts it in her bag.
And I take it the rest of you agree as well?
I suppose if we're doing this, we better get it on with.
We can't guarantee that Crispy would even want to come back, but I hate the implication of what it means that he can't.
Yes.
Making
So,
bad
yeah.
decisions that got me into this mess. I'll make some bad decisions to get Crispy out of it.
Well, you all agree then. The lich we are targeting is by the name of Zaldara Cordis, the Duchess of Rot. Now, if all goes to plan, you won't even have to meet her. Instead, you'll be entering through the back of her tower. Our intel suggests that the phylactery is somewhere in a vault in her basement. We will lead the charge at the front, while you all sneak in. A little guerrilla strike force, you might say, in through the back.
And
think we can
when will this
manage
plan begin?
Tomorrow morning, if you're available.
Cass looks at the other three.
I suppose I can cool the forges.
Ever up
Suneater
and
just
running.
nods.
I will make an exception.
We will see you in the morning then, it seems.
And you see this sort of masked figure finally speaks again. Thank you for agreeing to this. I know it's not a simple request to ask someone to attack a lich. But these are desperate times, and they call for desperate measures.
If it's a lich, I'm gonna need something.
And what might you need?
I need to buy a quarterstaff. The sword ain't gonna work.
Well, you have the rest of the day. Good luck. Meet at the docks tomorrow morning. And then the two begin to exit, heading off through the drizzling rain.
Okay.
Cass
I'd probably
tugs
have to
the-
buy another weapon at some point. I'm sorry. Go on.
Oh, no. Cass just nervously tugs at the end of her braid and looks at the other three. Should we get going then?
Yeah, that was
We should
really
all
suspicious. We should prepare.
Mhm. Yes, we should be well prepared for this. Whatever's in store, it's not going to be easy, I'm sure.
All right. So, anything in particular you're looking to prepare for this? We can sort of expedite any shopping that you need to do.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pick
quarterstaff
up
is only 2 silver.
quarterstaff. Yeah.
So you
How
can
do
just-
how do I add it? I was looking at the items menu
let me
on
check.
this
Let me
site and I
pull
couldn't
up
find
the
it.
Sheet. I might take a peek.
I already took out the
Inventory,
gold.
Currency. Add weapon. New weapon. Edit item. What might be easier if you just add it to D&D Beyond, and then I'll import your D&D
All right.
Beyond.
That'll work.
Can I use my gun? Even though I'm not a gunslinger yet?
Yeah, you
technically?
just won't have all the associated bonuses
Okay.
that level 3 in that
Then I
class
probably don't need
provide.
one. Let me see. Does that count as a simple weapon? I guess, probably.
I think
no.
it's a martial for sure.
No.
It's definitely
Martial,
a
okay.
martial, but
I don't know what any of that shit means, but I can do both weapons.
Do you-
Sure, it's like simple
I
or,
guess-
or martial, which basically just means
Yeah.
like fancy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Are
gotcha.
you technically a fighter, and then
Yes.
gunslinger is a subclass? Then
Yeah.
yeah, you can already use a gun.
Yeah, fighters can
Excellent.
basically use every weapon, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Sweet. Then, I guess I'll stick with what I got then.
Cool. And we say, yeah, you already have that pistol or whatever.
Yes.
Great. Anyone else needing to shop for anything with the paltry money you have at the moment?
I know of.
Awesome.
Nope.
And you'll have plenty of more shopping opportunities in the near future as well, once you get that 500 gold from this adventure, assuming you succeed. Great. So we'll
And we
fast
just
forward
party life in the first mission.
in... Hey, don't jinx it. We'll fast forward a little bit to the next day. The rain has gotten even worse. Now it's a thunderstorm. It's full blown. Oh,
I've updated my sheet.
okay. I'll import that in just a sec. Thunder and rain. Beautiful. Ooh, music. Ooh. So, we pick up with the next day as you are on a very small, basically rowboat, getting pushed down the nearby river. It's not a pleasant experience in this heavy, heavy rain. You see another lightning strike stretch across the sky, illuminating the dark clouds of this stormy, stormy morning. It's a bit of a journey away from town. You set out before sunrise, and it has to be at least a couple hours down the river before you can finally get to your location. You first catch a glimpse of it when a lightning strike sweeps across the sky and illuminates a tall tower off in the distance. Ooh, which you should be seeing now. So a river sort of
Very cool.
runs between this wooden bridge that you can see in the middle, and sweeps around to the backside of this tall, imposing structure. You see that the person leading this little rowboat is a very simply dressed
Oh gosh.
member of whatever group this employer is. And they're a little halfling, so they're kind of small as well. Yes. You see that? And he points off to the big dark tower. We're close. Minutes later, the wind howls between the mountainous cliffs, and you hear the wind kind of whistling against the rock. Finally, they bring this tiny little rowboat onto some rocky shore right next to the cliff, and points a finger up the side of the cliff. They're about 10 feet up there. That's where they say your entrance is.
This lich didn't close the back door.
It's some sort of cave-in, is what the scryers say.
As just kind of hums a little bit and says to the halfling, "The others are attacking from the other side then, correct?
Yes.
Have they already begun?"
Almost on cue, you hear poof, poof, poof. The sounds of cannons echoing off the nearby cliff faces. You see parts of the sky, like above where you can see on the grass, sort of light up with fires and torches, and you see whizzing spells kind of off in different directions. Whatever combat has started up on the hillside is definitely large scale, probably larger scale than you imagined. Well,
Great.
that's our cue. Well, that's your cue. But before you go, here, and they give what is a magical scroll to you. Once you find the phylactery, use this scroll, and it will bring you back to Ramalia. That's the person you talked to the other day.
Cass takes the scroll and tucks it into her side pouch again. "Thank you. Well, we'd best be off then." She looks to the party.
Sun Eater nods in agreement.
We're not getting paid to stand here.
Gary's already on his way up. It's like, oh. And he like turns back and is like, oh, like with this look of like, oh, was I supposed to wait for you guys?
Seeing
Nope,
that he's
you're-
already, Cass
You
starts
got the
moving.
right of it.
It's a slippery, rocky cliff face, but luckily the climb is only about 10 feet. Before you make your way into a... Oh, I lost my page. Great. Awesome. So the sounds of rain and storm sort of begin to peter out as you find a little crack of stone just about 10 feet above you. In this crack of stone, you have to shuffle through, not going forwards, but you kind of have to do like the sideways shuffle to get through this little crevice for a good 10, 15 feet. Before those sounds of rain fade away, and instead all you hear is the drip, drip, drip of water from stalactites dripping onto the stalagmites, or vice versa. I can never remember the two. And let me pull up your new map. Is there anything you say or do before you finish your shuffle?
Yeah, as we head into the cave, Albert says, They're called stalactites because they hang tight to the ceiling, and then the ones at the bottom are called stalagmites because they might actually be stalactites.
Barry like
That's
started
purpose.
out really
Might reach the
instantly
ceiling.
writing this down and then just like stopped.
Cass would like to pulls out her torch. She's got one, and she's gonna try and light it so that they have some light to see in the cave.
Which is very good, because those of you who don't have dark vision, it is pitch black before the torch is lit. And speaking of, I'm going to switch over to the map, and hopefully it should have dynamic lighting. So hopefully you should only see a little section of the map.
Spooky.
Whoops, your token's in update.
Death Cellar.
I love that name.
Let me put new tokens for Cass and Rare Berry, because I updated your, oops.
So interestingly enough, we have dynamic lighting, but if you're looking at your stream,
Oh,
You
don't
can
look
see
at
the
my
map.
stream.
Now I
don't
have
look-
to-
alright, I won't look
I
at your
have-
stream.
Yeah,
I will close the stream or put it in a different tab.
yeah. Just move it to a different. Just don't look that tab.
Beautiful. Here, I can do this, which is hide DM vision. No.
No, we'll just not look at the stream. That's fine.
Yeah, we don't want to
Yeah.
ruin the experience for the viewers.
Yeah.
No.
The viewers can see.
They
it.
should they should see our death coming.
Speaking of, I'm gonna make the reactive images just a little bit smaller so y'all can see the
Fair
map
enough.
on stream.
Eden, sometime we need to get like silly, goofy reactive images like everyone else has, instead of
We
just
really
our
do. We
entire
really do
bodies.
need to do that.
Yeah.
Yes, so you have reactive lighting, and Cass lit a torch, which I can actually hit a button to light your torch. So you should be now a source of light. And I believe Barry and Sun Eater have dark vision, which should work as well. You should be able to see in like black and white.
I can
Now,
kind of see this.
I don't know what's
little bit.
happened, but items are disappearing.
Oh, sorry, I didn't import your sheet. Here, hold up. Are they disappearing from this or D&D Beyond?
Well, this. Oh, never mind. Okay, they're back. I will say this. In my equipment, I can't see my armor, and I can't see my shield, so I can't unequip it.
I'm seeing your chainmail and shield.
Let me refresh the page.
I just imported your thing again, so it might have just fixed it.
I did see it update.
Oh, what does SR and LR mean on the character sheets?
Where are you seeing that?
Oh, short rest and long rest. Okay.
Yeah. So if you take a rest, you can hit those buttons. I know there's a little bit of a learning curve with this new stuff. Are you
Yeah,
seeing
yeah.
whatever equipment you're looking for? Eden?
Oh, I'm not. Okay.
Oh, Eden?
Oh, oh, he's
I'm
muted.
just now loading back in. Give me a
Oh,
second.
did you like reset?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we'll just make sure everything's good before we progress. Yeah, because at least when I'm looking at your character sheet, I'm seeing chainmail and shield, and it says you have both of them equipped as well.
Okay, I can see them again. Finally. Okay. I am ready.
Great. So, you are all in just a little bit of a stone clearing, just in this sort of cave system you found yourself in. Or first of all, I guess we should decide which order you want to squeeze through this next little section. And feel free to move your own tokens, just don't move them too far ahead.
I
Centimeter
will.
take them back.
Yeah, I'll take the lead.
Sure, I can move you up to the front.
I suppose we should discuss this. Do we want to have a scout lead the way, or
That would probably be for the best.
Harry just kind of raises his hand. I can see in here. That's a start. No torches required. No offense.
None taken.
I can see quite well as well. I'll watch your backs.
then I will lead. I'll follow behind the scout, maybe 20 feet.
Sure. So, sorry, a barrier going first and kind of going off in front of everyone.
Also seems like a
Rare
good time
berry.
to make perception checks.
Uh,
Possibly.
Sure, yeah, you can roll a perception check if you'd like. Great, 16. So as you're scooting further ahead down this little tunnel, sort of scouting ahead, it's about here that you begin to see the rest of a larger chamber. Still sort of in this cave system, like this is not so much like carved basement. This is still very much like a cave. Let me pull up my notes. Where'd they go? You're seeing the hollow sound of dripping piercing the silence in this cave as water slowly falls from the stalactites above. The stale air fills your lungs as you take in the cave. A large, unworked stone column, holds up the ceiling. Stout stairs leading up hug the column's side, while a 5-foot-high ledge that leads into darkness appears along the other. Further back, you can... Actually, can you see this yet? Let me check the map. Got like 8 different windows pulled up at the moment. Yeah, that's basically what you see now. Like a big empty cave system with like a big stone column in the middle. What would you like to do next?
Harry's gonna call back to the group. Looks safe so far, but
I'm just imagining the echo.
Looks safe so far, far.
Don't yell next time. We can hear you talk normally.
Talk normally, talk normally, talk normally.
Talk normally. I can't do that even right now.
said there's a ledge.
Yep.
Like just above like a dark pit.
So, like on what you can see right about here, you can see a little tiny staircase leading up.
Oh, okay.
And then over on the other side here is about a 5-foot, like, ledge. So you get the sense that it's just sort of like a raised area of the cave that these stairs lead up to.
Good news, I found the stairs.
Good.
That is good news.
Well, shall we
Is
follow
the first
in?
room safe?
That's the less good news. I don't know. It's just gonna test the stairs carefully.
All right. Well, we're just gonna make our way into the room.
All right. With your
Slowly.
16 perception, let me do a roll real quick.
Just gonna try
Out
to,
of
like,
curiosity, did you guys see that roll that I just made?
Nope.
I wasn't looking at the chat.
Cool. That's good, because
No.
that means it's hidden.
Yeah,
So yeah, you progress a little bit forward, and you know that you're still seeing essentially the same stuff. All right, and you guys can continue to inch up with your own tokens as well. And just sort of move them square by square. Let me know if you're doing anything in particular. And then if you're not, you know, that's cool. And
I'm moving, but I think my browser is lagging.
Oh. Sun Eater
I
is
can always
keeping an
move
eye
you as
on the area behind us, just to kind of make sure nothing pops up and starts following us or anything.
Barry is just like very carefully
all
going up.
right, as Cass rounds the corner with the torch, it immediately lights up this otherwise dark and dim space. Right as Barry continues to sneak step along, and suddenly you see from hiding behind this stone pillar is some sort of skeletal creature dressed in leather armor that sort of lunges forward and surprises you with an attack. So we're gonna roll initiative for just a second, but they were very stealthy, so they're gonna roll an attack to try to hit you, and they land it. Oof, that hurts. So they rolled,
Barry.
6 piercing damage as they suddenly like run you through with the rusty sword. You hear the chattering of bones. Let me switch to some battle music. Woo!
Just kind of hear Barry weakly call out, guys.
We're coming.
Yeah, they were very sneaky skeletons.
Sneaky, scary,
It's a little loud.
Move up your spine.
What?
Where is the initiative dice?
Yeah, where do we find that?
Utility. Under utility. Well,
So
well,
it's
I
right
have a
next
little
to your
thing open.
movement. So you should see your hit points, your hit dice, your armor
Oh,
class, your
perfect.
movement.
Oh,
and
there. Gotcha.
That's why I didn't see it. It's a 0.
all right. So if you haven't rolled initiative, do so now. It's automatically filling in that fist-shaped section I was talking about before. And
got a
I can
19.
Oh,
add
very cool.
the skeletons
Oh.
to this as well. So you may not see the skeletons yet. Sometimes it takes a full round for them to fill in.
Alright, I rolled initiative. It looks like I got 22.
Yep, it's all filled
I
in.
like
for
the
me.
names of
I
the
think
skeletons.
fine.
Amiable skeleton, useless skeleton.
Yeah, for all the
Got
tokens, it
personalities.
adds like an adjective just so it's easier to tell them apart.
Gotcha. That's very funny.
What a nice skeleton.
Oh, there it is.
Great. So there's going to be a couple cool things that you might notice when we begin combat. First of all, it lights up on whoever's turn it is, so we can see Cass has like
Oh,
a
that's
glowing
so
ring
cool.
around them. And secondly, I'm not sure if you guys can do this, but if you right-click a token, you'll see a couple different like icons that pop up around them.
Oh, cool.
So most of them you don't have to worry about, but one in particular that's useful is if you see the one that looks like the Target logo. You seen that one?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that will make a token your target. So if
Oh.
you roll...
Oh, I can't do that on anything but my token.
Alright, then I can just do it for now. But if I do that before you do your attack roll, then I can automatically apply the damage and I don't have to do math.
Gotcha.
So that's a good, good thing to do.
Oh, good. I'm always pro less math.
No math in this household.
Yeah.
But that means, Cass, you're up first. You see in front of you, Barry suddenly just gets run through with a rusty sword. You see it pop out of their back. Blood splattering on the floor behind them.
All right. Cass is, well, she's got the torch.
There is a very sad ball right now.
I bet. See here, 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to measure this out real quick because Barry is quite a ways away. So looks like what Cass is just gonna have to do. Sorry, I just want to double check and make sure that I have the correct materials.
No worries.
As I recall,
Barry, you'll be up next, so if you just want to
I do have a longbow. Good, I
might
do
do
have a
next.
longbow. Cass is going to knock a arrow and aim for the skeleton.
Sure, you might just have to drop your torch, but I assume you're cool with that.
Yep.
Great, so they're a little bit behind the pillar, so they'll just get a little bit of a bonus to their like defense, just because they have some cover.
Alright, what would I roll for that?
So if you pull up your character sheet and then go to actions, the action tab. Let me see if you have a longbow in your inventory. Great, I equipped that for you, so you should see your longbow there now.
Yes.
So if you hover your mouse over the little icon of the bow, it should turn into a dice, and then you'll just click that.
Okay.
So unfortunately, it's a miss as the arrow goes ping against the stone wall of the pillar. Any movement you would like to do?
I can move my character a little bit, correct?
Yeah, up to 30 feet.
Like closer to 30 feet. Okay.
And each square is 5 feet. So 6 squares.
Oh. Okay, then yeah, I'm going to realizing that her shot has missed and that she doesn't have the proper angle. Cass quickly tries to close the distance, scooping up the torch as she goes, provided that's allowed. I don't know if that counts as an action.
I'll throw it in as your bonus action, whatever.
Okay. So let's see here. 1, 2.
Yeah,
Do I count the square that I'm on? Or...
As you click and drag it, it should literally tell you how many feet it is.
3, 4. Oh, 5. I could like literally be on top of Barry.
You can't end your turn on someone else.
Okay. Well,
But you can pass through allies, you can't pass through bad guys.
Huh. It won't. Oh, there we go. There we go.
I think it's because I was also clicking and dragging it.
Yeah, she's just like, shit! And she scoops up her torch and runs.
Great, awesome. So you scoot up to give Barry some support. Up next is Rare Berry.
My footstep avoids attack of opportunity in D&D too, right?
No.
If you stay like within 5 feet of them, you can move around. But if you exit their melee range, then they'll attack you.
Oh, so yeah.
So like you can move around this way, it won't be a problem. But if you move this way, then it will be a problem.
If your goal is to disengage, you have to use an action.
All right.
Unless you're a rogue or a subclass or whatever else.
Disengage. He doesn't want to get stabbed again.
Sure, that's a good plan. Not getting stabbed.
Pulling behind Cass. Sorry, just like.
That's all good.
Go for it.
Sorry for using you as a shield. Sorry.
Oh, go right on ahead.
Yeah, you see this. She was literally run, or he, right? Or what gender is Rare Berry?
He.
He, gotcha. Awesome. Yeah, maybe just pronouns for all the characters, just so I get them right.
Oh yeah, please.
So he for Sun Eater,
Albert.
he for Barry, he for Albert.
Yeah.
And then
She for Cass.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you. Just wanted to get that right. Next up, so you move back, you disengage. That's about your turn. Great. So Sun Eater, you're up next.
Okay. I'm going to. Yeah, I need to move forward one at a time and see if I've. Yeah, I don't have a very good angle.
Also, hello, Sliver.
Sliver. Okay. I'm gonna target that guy.
Also, from this
and-
vantage point, you
yes.
can also see that there's a second skeleton just behind the first.
I see, yes. I do see that. But I'm gonna target this closer one.
Sure.
And I
Let's
cast gun.
Cast gun. Great.
God.
That's
Uh,
fine. Oh.
alt roll. What does that mean? I guess I'll just attack roll.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
It's very nice.
Now what
Did
do I do?
you click the little dice right next to the gun icon? Or like when you hover over the word pistol, it shows the word.
I went to pistol and there's like a drop down and it gives me a lot of different options.
Awesome. So you can ignore all of the drop down essentially. If you hover
Okay.
your mouse over the word pistol, then the little picture
Uh-huh.
of the pistol should turn into a dice.
Oh, I see. Okay. Does that hit? No.
Where? Oh, so you're hovering over your bullets. If you scroll up a little
Oh,
bit
okay.
under the
Pistol is not,
weapons
like-
tab. Oh, here.
Oh.
It's not equipped. There you go. Now you should see it.
Yes. Ah, there we
All right,
go.
one more roll.
There we go.
And it
Hey.
still hits, so no worries. Yeah, so you blast it. The sound of a literal gunshot echoes through the cave. Poof. That does 6 damage to the skeleton.
Sweet. Okay, I'm gonna go let my dog out. I'm ending my turn. But I can hear everything, so.
But I summon a trap card.
Oh no.
All right, next is the amiable skeleton,
Skeleton had a bulletproof vest.
and he's gonna scoot up and try to. What weapons does the skeleton have? I assume this little rusty short sword. Yes, he does. Yes, he's going to stab away at Cass. But he
Rude.
misses as his body reanimated with necromantic magic. There's only little tiny pieces of sinew connecting various bones, and its swing is so wide you can duck under it. It clangs against the pillar you're standing against. It turns back to you with a rattle of its jaw. But that's the skeleton's turn. Next is Albert's turn.
Cool. I'm going to move up beside Sun Eater.
Great. Also, a little fun thing, if you mouse over any token, it will give you a rough idea of what their health is at.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Thank you for the hydrate.
How do I target a creature again?
Hydrate the homies.
Try right-clicking a token and the little target icon. Someone else said it wasn't working, so I can just do it for you for now.
Yeah, it's not.
Cool. I'll just do that.
I am going to. Here we go. I'm going to cast a cantrip.
Sure. So, same as the other attacks, you should be able to roll that in the same way.
Right beside the thing, right?
Yep.
So that is the. Let me read it.
Why are you screaming at me?
Yeah, so basically you cast magic on your sword, and now you do a
Yeah.
normal sword attack.
Yeah. I was just reading the description of the actual spell.
Sure.
And then I swing my quarterstaff.
Alright, cast away.
Sorry, guys. The cat wants to play D&D.
A 20 and a 7 for damage.
Nice.
20 to hit, 7 for damage.
Well, let me... Oh, so... Let me read the spell, because...
If they move 5 feet away from me, they take more damage.
Yeah, you brandish the weapon, use the spell scouts, and take... Ah, gotcha. So the extra damage only happens if they move. Gotcha. so it's not right away. Awesome. Super cool. And 20 definitely hits, so it does take the 7 from getting slapped in the face. Cool, cool. Awesome. Very successful hit. As you, what does the casting of this spell look like for you?
So essentially, with one hand free, I use my quarterstaff, obviously, as my casting implement, but I sheath my quarterstaff in sort of purple, cascading waves of like sound, visible sound, that transfer to the skeleton as I smack it in the shoulder.
All right, cuckoo. You watch as the I don't know, ulna, that's a bone, right? Suddenly shatters under the impressive strike.
Clavicle.
Sure, that's another bone.
I believe you literally just went rattle 'em, boys.
You watch as one of its arms is literally blown clean off, leaving the skeleton still alive, but swinging its sword with one arm. That brings us to that.
Wait, I do have 5 more feet.
Sure.
I'm going to move here.
Great. So it is the skeleton that you just smacked turn. Oh, no, it's not. It's the other one. So the other one, you have just moved up to it, so it's gonna attack Albert. Great. Let me untarget that one. Let me roll an attack with this one. Short sword. Natural one. So you watch as totally uselessly, it seems like this guy, he's literally called Useless Skeleton, and he's living up to the name as he
Poor guy.
completely whiffs, just like you easily sidestep, no problem. That brings us back to the top with Cass.
Alright. Cass is going to... Let's see. Can she attack? Can she smack him with the torch? Because it's the... Really, it's the closest thing in her... Is it even something that she could use, I guess, as a weapon? Is what I'm trying to say. Sorry.
Sure, yeah, it would count as, I think, like an improvised weapon. Let me see if that's a thing that's in the character sheet at all. I don't think so. But if you just want... Oh, yeah, if you just roll in an unarmed strike, it doesn't get any, like, bonuses, but I might throw in, like, 2 fire damage for fun.
Okay. Cass, still dropped her bow because obviously this close up it's not going to do much good against a skeleton.
Sure.
So, she reels back with the torch and she swings at the skeleton with it.
Swing away. Oh, that's definitely a hit. But the damage was a little bit messed up. So, can you roll me at, like, below the chat box, if you're looking at the chat box screen, you'll see a whole bunch of different shapes of dice.
Yeah.
So if you roll the triangle one, the D4, click that once, and then hit the button that says roll.
Gotcha.
Alright, so 1 blunt damage. But you see it does a little bit of fire damage as some of the, like, leather armor, some of the sort of rotten moss around this creature lights up as well. As you slap it across the face with the torch. Great. It's now badly injured.
Nice.
Anything else?
Sorry, brain shutting down.
Yeah, you use your attack, so only if you have a bonus action or wanted to move somewhere.
Nope. Cass is gonna remain here.
Great, awesome. That brings us to Barry.
Barry has been weakly cheering on Cass as she beats up the skeleton. But he also is like, as he's trying to cheer and coughing up blood, he realizes this might be a good time to use that whole cure wounds thing.
Sure. Yeah, it's good that you're the one who got stabbed. So, that's also a thing you can find on your character sheet under the spellbook section. And then, same
Oh, there
thing.
it's cast spell.
Yeah, they're alphabetical. Alright, a little rough on the healing, but that still takes you up 3 health points, which I can apply to you. Beautiful. Alright, you're not really on death's door anymore.
Excellent.
Alright, next is... or did you want to move at all?
He might move to like within range to start helping his friends.
Sure, great. Sun Eater, you're up.
Okay, gonna target this guy again, and
Do it.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Fantastic. Ooh, that might hit. Let me check. Yeah, that does. You have a lot of bonuses.
Nice.
So,
Hell
you watch as you sort of level your pistol at the chest or head of this skeleton. You fire another blast, poof, and you watch as the bones just go flying. This particular skeleton has been literally blown apart.
nice. Man,
And it is now
before I did
dead.
that, I just thought it's gonna be real embarrassing if I miss 5 feet away. Okay, I'm gonna end my turn.
Sorry, just checking one thing. How many shots do you have before you reload? I'm not sure if it says on this character sheet.
Oh,
so you
God,
might need
I
to check
don't
D&D
remember.
Beyond. It's either
One.
4 or
Oh, do I have
6,
to reload
so I think you're good.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Oh,
Man,
thank
I can-
goodness.
I just want to
I
make
will
sure you
Google
keep track of that into the future.
Yes.
Thank goodness
I'll
it's
look
not
that
a
up real quick.
flintlock.
No, it's like a not.
Revolver.
Yeah, it's something like a revolver. Next is... Oh, any movement?
Nope, I'm good. End
Great.
my turn.
Awesome. Well, it's the skeleton who's dead's turn, so they're not doing much. Albert, you're up.
I am going to two-handed swing at this
Skeleton.
skeleton. Okay. Attack.
Oh, another solid
17
hit.
hit. 6 damage.
Great. And it had 6 health left, so another strike, another scattering of bones across the floor as these two reanimated bodies are now definitely unanimated as they lay scattered, broken shards of bone littering the stalagmites upon the floor. The battle music fades off into the distance. Instead, we return to creepy, damp cave ambiance. Alright. And just to describe this new area you found slightly up the stairs, Z2 on the map. You watch as one of the skeletal heads severed from the spine, literally just a head on the floor, sort of rattles. My mistake or my foolishness. You've come too far. Your soul will be used as kindling. And then it kind of rattles and crumbles into bone
What
dust.
dumb lich gave these skeletons a voice? And he
Yeah, yeah.
stomps on it.
It shatters underneath your feet.
Harry like tries to kick the dust very ineffectively.
Sure, it scatters even more across the floor.
Not very happy about being stabbed.
Vass just looks at Barry. Is like, Are you doing all right?
I am alive. It's a start.
Perhaps I'll lead the way.
Perhaps that would be best.
Oh,
I'm gonna reload real quick while we're out of combat.
Sure.
not
Yeah, and
bad.
for the future, anytime we're not in combat, I'll assume you reload at some point.
Okay.
So
Um,
unless there's like a battle back to back, every time we roll a new initiative, you'll be reloaded.
Can we
Does this keep
pick up
track
our
of
spent
my-
bullets?
bullets. Oh yeah, that.
Um,
No.
Bullets.
No, that's a joke.
arrows,
You don't have to answer that.
probably bullets. No, they're sort of embedded into bones and walls. They're not very expensive,
Yeah.
to find. But
How do I like keep track of how many bullets I've used? Is there
let me check. It's not
counter?
something I've tried before, but
There-
in your inventory, if you go down to consumables, you should see your bullets. And if you look over to the right of that, you'll see a little notepad that says
You could
bullets.
also edit on your attributes page. There are 2 boxes for like resource 1 and resource 2. You could
Oh, good. Yes.
make one of those your bullets.
resource. Oh, well, I
Yeah.
already have resources for the puzzle. I can.
Sure, you can make a
I can
resource
do
3 if you want.
bullets. Excellent.
Yeah, so you could either put that there.
I got.
Might be a little weird if you got a 3rd resource, but I don't think you, like, at least until level
No.
3, you won't. At level 3, you get a
Yeah.
thing called grit, and you'll need to keep track of that as well.
Oh God. So
But,
many things.
you only get 1 roar, so, maybe you just
Yeah, that's true.
move
That's
that
true.
to somewhere
I
else.
only get 1 second win too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same.
But, yeah, so you're out of combat now in this dark, damp cave.
Which path? North or south?
That's just.
Or I guess. Sorry, that
No,
I was
you're fine.
using I was that is not accurate. They are not above each other. Right or left passage?
You can
Pass.
also see, to your north, there's a door. You
Yeah,
see
I
this
do see
Albert
that.
as you kind of turn the corner.
That looks like a good place to start. Perhaps they were guarding something important.
That might be.
Can I, see if I can hear anything down any of those pathways or anything like that?
Sure, roll a perception check.
Okay. Hey.
Oh, very good. So your keen lion ears perk up as you stand in front of each of the cavernous pathways, listening in. You hear the drip, drip, drip of water and stalagmites. You don't hear anything from this path that I've just made my mouse sort of show. But
Wait, do it one more time.
oh, sure.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay. Yes. The
Yeah, and
bottom
if
one.
anyone else wants to know how to ping, you just hold down the click button.
Yeah.
So you don't hear anything from this path, but with your very, very keen lion hearing, you hear sort of like a bubbling sound from this way, like it's very, very faint, but just kind of.
Does it?
This is the best
I mean-
ASMR.
Skunky ASMR
Does
stream.
it
go
sound
ahead.
like an? Does it sound like a natural like water formation kind of thing, or like
Do
something
a nature
else?
check.
Okay, hang on.
Or I could just do the ASMR again.
It sounds natural to me.
Well, with that pretty good nature check, you get the idea that this is not a water thing. It sounds
Okay.
a little thicker than water, like a
Like a
syrup.
potion, perhaps. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Hmm. Well,
like
I hear something down this path that
someone stirring mac and
doesn't
cheese.
sound natural.
No. Could have said something I did not. I want you all to be very proud of me.
No,
Yeah,
I get the sense.
I also, I
Where?
think we all
You
thought
hear
it. Nobody
some
said it, but
whap.
we all thought it.
Some whap is detected.
Somebody had to do it.
I think this may be the way to go, but we should proceed cautiously, as I'm not sure what the source of that sound is, but it isn't water.
Oh,
Ass is
she's
I
just
suppose.
not get
I
still.
suppose we'll have to be careful. I will disregard stealth because I have loud armor.
Okay.
And instead, I am taking a defensive stance. Effectively, I would like to take the dodge action continuously.
Sure, just kind of
As we
shuffle,
move.
shuffle in. Cool. Yeah,
I,
you can do that, definitely.
I would also like to do that, but I think I'll wait and take up the rear again.
Sure. And Barry and Cass, you following suit?
Yeah, Barry's just kind of
Yep.
following
I don't even know
along.
where Barry is. Oh, okay, Barry's behind the pillar.
over there.
Got it.
So, Albert, you see the sound of dripping water grows a little more rapid here. Drops are hitting the ground. It's almost like it's raining in this little chamber. There's just so much water kind of falling from the roof, like a very light drizzle. In the north wall, you see there's a little opening about 10 feet above the ground, big enough for like a crouched human.
Here to be stuck.
Okay.
Wait. Oh, confetti stuck?
Okay. I'm going
Yeah.
to say this. Wait. What?
I
Confetti
can't
can't
move my.
move.
Oh, there we go.
Sorry,
there we go.
okay.
Oh, it might have because we're still in initiative. There you go. I think you might have
Oh,
ran
okay.
out of movement.
I will.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. I'm pretty new to this program as well, so there's a lot of stuff I don't know.
Okay. First thing I'm gonna do. I actually want to have a torch out myself too, so I'll take the time to light one myself.
Sure, I'll hit the torch button. Boop.
Perfect. And yeah, I don't want to get too close to this, but I'll get maybe 5 feet away. I guess 10 feet technically, whatever.
All right. As you're
can I
scooting forward, right about as you get where you're standing, you hear, and you watch as one of the stalagmites from above, basically like melts and then falls on your head, and it's gonna roll an
God.
attack roll.
Okay, disadvantage, please.
Oh, sure. Yeah, let's see if you dodge out of the way.
The
I
drip.
knew it. I knew
Okay.
it. Don't ask me how. I've just been playing a lot of Elden Ring.
Yeah, what's your AC? I don't think it hits.
17.
Alright, this is not a stalagmite, but a gray ooze that was clinging onto the ceiling. And it's missed your head as you dodged out of the way. Oop, I think it's invisible. Let me fix that.
At least it ain't pudding.
Bonk. It begins sort of growing little pseudopods that raise out from its goopy form.
Oh God.
What do you do?
Is everything okay in there?
There's a slime. Bad one.
Skunky
Okay,
ASMR?
I'm assuming we're rolling initiative, or can I just walk away?
If you are sort of engaging with combat, or roll initiative, but if you just want to run away, that's totally cool too.
Yeah, I'm moving away.
Sure, yeah, if you just want to run
enough.
away. Its movement, you can see, is pretty slow compared to your ability to walk. It kind of
Cool.
follows after you.
Guys, back
ASMR
up.
stream?
Get out of this corridor. I'm going to slowly, as I walk away, I want to take pot shots at it with firebolt
Sure.
if I can.
Sure. Let me think. It's got a 10 movement.
I'm not great at firebolt, so this will take a while.
Sure. Let me see if there's literally anything it can do or not. I don't think so, because it can only move 10 feet, so as long as you keep backing up, then that's it.
Yeah,
so if you
I'm not good at aiming this. I miss constantly. But as I'm backing up, I'm like pausing in doorways just long enough to see it to fire another shot.
No, it's all good. Yeah, basically this was a classic Dark Souls. Something drips from the ceiling and puts some damage into you, but you successfully avoided it. So as long as you keep backing up, as long as you keep casting the spells, it's just a matter of time before this thing
Stay clear, everyone.
melts away into goop, for lack of a better word. Also, thank you, Arcane Arc, for the follow. Howdy, howdy.
Hi, Ark.
But
Yeah,
once,
so that beast has been
it's
slain.
perfect. Once it's handled, I think it's clear, but let me go double check. I'm just gonna make my way back. Oh, I'm not allowed to move now. I'm gonna make my way back into the room and just try and check for any other oozes that might be in here.
Sure, roll a perception check. Also, everyone hydrate.
Everyone
You
hydrate.
got it.
Yeah.
Hydrate time.
On the other side of the room. Why?
Man, I love how my model just like spazzes out whenever I take a drink.
I love how, since we're not streaming, we don't have danger of people redeeming Big Sip.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I mean, who would ever do that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, who would? Who would?
You know, what kind of
Only
dastardly,
like 5 people tried to do it on Saturday.
What monster?
Nothing.
what kind of super awesome, fluffy, pog,
What monsters,
gamer.
plural?
But yes, with 13 perception, you're not seeing any other oozes on the ceiling there.
Okay. I do want to check if I can get in there.
The little... Oh, yeah, gotcha.
I want to check the alcove.
Sure.
See if there's
Just
anything
give
there.
me a quick athletics check to climb up this sort of wet, damp, slippery, mossy wall.
15.
15 is what you needed. So it's a little rough. You kind of slip here and there, but you manage to climb up this 10 feet. And you see there are some half-dissolved bones, sort of like a melted skull, a couple like bat skeletons. You get the sense that this is where this ooze would feast upon its prey.
Gross.
But you also see, amongst all the bones, what appears to be some sort of lead case that has not dissolved in all this goo.
I poke it with my staff.
It jostles slightly.
Better not be alive. I pick it up.
You pick it up. It's a little bit heavy. It seems like the case itself is made out of like lead or some other heavy metal.
Does it have a hinge on it?
Yeah, it's like a case.
Well, let's see if it laughs.
I'll open it.
You open it and you see a collection of 10 extremely fine looking arrows with like bright red feather plumage, like well shined arrowheads, You get the sense that these are very quality arrows you've just found.
Yeah, I'm convinced. I put them in my bag.
Great.
Nice.
Climb back down.
You've found 10 plus 1 arrows. Or excuse me, plus 1 bolts.
Plus 1 bolts. Got it.
But I'll say, because we have some people who use bows, that they could be used for, you know, a bow as well.
You don't have to do that for them.
They're magic.
No,
they
it's fine.
They can change. They're magical arrows, so they can morph to fit the need. But that's that's all you find in the alcove.
Okay. I climb back down.
Fantastic.
As safely as I can.
What is Barry doing at this moment?
Yeah, where are our friends?
They're
Well,
just
they're still
Can't
kicking a
move.
skeleton. Oh, you still can't move at all?
No.
Oh, that's weird. Here, I can just move you for
I
now.
will
I'll look into it for the future. You can just ping wherever you want me to move you.
Okay, that sounds good.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, this
Oh,
is
are
kind of
you?
Oh.
Forward, I
Click the
suppose.
top left button that looks like a head on some shoulders, and then click the thing immediately to the right of that. Are both of those selected?
Yeah.
And still can't move it?
Let me see. Oh, there we
Hey,
go.
beautiful.
Haha.
I think you might have been on ruler mode, so you were just measuring distances.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
gotcha.
Gotcha. Alright, that's
Would
solved. Hooray.
y'all like to check this other corridor?
The Barry's just kind of following along. He's
I'll let them go in front and try to watch the back.
Cass says, I suppose it couldn't hurt. If we miss something and something sneaks up behind us, we could become trapped.
You use arrows, right?
I do.
Here, take this. I hand you the lead case.
Oh. Thank you. And then Cass opens it and sees it. It's like, thank you.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah, I
put
found
these
it.
to good use.
I
So
found it up
those
there.
will be a +1 for your accuracy, and then when you do damage, it does +1 damage as well.
Gotcha.
But as Albert heads into area Z4 on your map, you see that your light source is caught and refracted hundreds of times by large pink crystals extruding out of the walls and ceilings. It's like you're walking into a massive geode here. It's very shiny.
Did you find something?
It's a corridor of geodes, but aside from that,
So
there
which of our
anything-
party members is the shiny things gremlin?
I mean, kinda Cass, but there might be others.
possibly. Would it be to see if there's anything up with these shiny things? Would that be like nature?
Yeah, if you wanted to like see like what would form this or anything like that.
nice.
Very
But these
cool.
are big shiny gemstone rocks.
Barry has never been this far underground. He doesn't know what he's looking at. He's just like,
Yeah,
That's a shed?
you're maybe more of an expert on stuff above the ground, maybe not so much below the ground.
Is there
There
anything
is a door over
else
here, it seems.
in this corridor?
Door.
In area Z4, the main thing that's catching your eye is these big gemstones.
Okay.
But yes,
really
there
have-
is
That's
another
true.
door just up a little tiny staircase. Let me check if there's anything interesting about said door. You see on the large stone door before you is carved the image of a kraken pulling two halves of a broken ship into the sea.
That seems good and very safe.
I don't know about this door. Does anybody want to take a listen, maybe?
I'll see if I can hear anything on the other side.
You can roll another perception check if you want.
I'll make room.
You get the sense that there's nothing immediately behind this door.
I
Barry
don't really hear anything.
doesn't want to get stabbed again.
Hey, not stabbed is good. Barry, you also get the sense that there's maybe not anything immediately behind this door, although you can hear very faint, I guess more ASMR here, but it seems to be pretty muffled, you like with a above 20 roll, you can get the sense that the sound is behind 2 doors, so at least this immediate area behind the door you're next to should be at least safe of anything noisy.
Right. I don't hear anything in that room, but like 2 or so rooms over, there's more of those jiggly weirdos.
Yeah, chat can see the DM screen. They have the power.
Oh no.
I might see if I can adjust that for next time, but for this time, no worries. Yeah. So we have big old Kraken door and potentially the other path back in the earlier area.
Yeah, there's a northern sort of path.
Are we worried about traps?
Perhaps.
Barry's
Do
just
any
like,
of us
here
have
and
the-
traps, but
Well, that generally they wouldn't want you to hear them. Does anyone have any expertise with that sort of thing?
With traps?
Yes, traps.
Let me take a look, perhaps.
Sure.
In cats.
Cass can roll an
Steps up.
investigation check.
Alrighty.
Alrighty then.
Oh,
Yes, you
I-
sort of pour your eyes over this intricate carving of this kraken, and you can see sort of hidden within the decorative details of this carving, you see something that you would recognize as a small magical rune sort of hidden within the scales of this kraken. Sort of separate from the rest of the design, but sort of carefully designed to make it look like part of the design. Like there's a magical rune.
Is Cass able to identify what exactly kind of rune that is? Is
They
it like
can
a lock, or is
do
it...
an Arcana check if you want.
Oh no. Alright, let's see.
You can't determine the exact nature of the rune, but you're pretty confident that just scratching out the rune with like a dagger or something like that probably will be enough to disable whatever trap this is.
There seems to be something right here. And Cass very carefully removes one of her arrows
Sure.
and takes the sharpened point of the metal arrowhead and scratches out the rune.
You see little sparks of magic kind of break up, and after scratching out a good portion of the rune, the magic little sparks and fizzes all seem to die down, and you're pretty confident that this is no longer a functioning piece of magic.
That
good
should
eye.
be it, but I cannot account for anything that lives beyond the doors.
I suppose the
There's
next
only one
part's
way to
up to
find
me
out.
then.
Yeah.
I open the door.
Alright, it's a big stone door, so it goes... But then it opens up, hooray! And yes, those door buttons do work. So you have opened up the door, and you see another door just across from this first door, and a hallway leading down to a different area as well.
I think I know the other door you were talking about.
Did I investigate them for traps as well?
There's
Do
two.
we want to Do we want to deal with a bunch of slime things, or maybe walk down the corridor?
Corridor seems better than slimes. What do you two think?
Barry is already scuttling towards the corridor. He does not want to deal with any slimes. He's already been stabbed.
You're worried about Cora more of them? Anyway, are
Very
you
bad.
moving stealthily or doing your dodge shuffle again?
I will move stealthily if I can. Obviously, I have a torch out, and I am bad at that.
Sure, you're at a disadvantage, but you're welcome to. And let's make this a group check so everyone can roll stealth check.
How do I roll with disadvantage?
If it's because of armor, I think it does that automatically.
Oh, nice.
Yes, it does.
Well, that's bad.
Yeah, 2 of you in heavy armor will definitely make group stealth checks
Oh
hard.
man, look at what we would have gotten. Pain.
Yeah, taunts you with the higher numbers.
Yeah.
He's just
But
like-
that's... Let me roll something on my
Barry
end.
does not exist in this plane anymore.
It's very dark. He's just sort of, his fur is just sort of blending in with the...
Alright, as everyone's shuffling up
I don't close that door.
into the hall... Oh,
I don't want that door closed.
as everyone's shuffling into the hallway, Albert, you see 2, not skeletons, but creepy undead creatures gnawing on some flesh. But as you sort of clank, clank, clank down the hallway, trying to be subtle, but with the torch out, it's very, very hard to be. These creatures both grab your attention. You lock eyes with their empty sockets for just a moment before they go and start kind of zombie, like World War Z, sprinting towards you. We're gonna roll initiative.
Great.
Back to the battle music. It's a cappella this time.
He's got like the life drained from Barry's eyes. He's having a day.
Okay, at least you're not up front this time.
So you did end up sticking with the name Albert Jabroni.
No, I didn't. I changed it, and then I forgot to change it on
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
It will eventually change.
I'll fix that at some other point.
You should only have to refresh the D&D Beyond, and it should.
Yeah, it fixed on your character sheet, but not on the initiative. So,
We'll miss Albert.
Yeah.
well, I'll fix that
well.
at another
Oh
point.
dang! A 20.
I think the next time we go to a new map, it should refresh.
Damn.
11.
So many rolls. So first up is the Tranquil Ghoul. Because they rolled
Not
very
so
high.
tranquil right now.
So
Yeah.
running up towards. Where is this dramatic battle
Very
music?
tranquil.
I hear ambient cave. There we go.
Oh, this is the worst. We're in a hallway.
Yeah.
it's not the
So
best.
they are going to take a bite at you. Can they multi-attack? No, just the one.
At least our tank is out front.
Oop, I hit the claws button, so I guess we're gonna do claws instead. That's a 15 to hit. I don't think it does.
Nope.
All
Thankfully.
right. So you managed. Do you have a shield? Just out of curiosity for flavoring.
Nope. Well, I mean, I have one, but it's I don't have it equipped.
Gotcha. Yeah. So it swings. Oh, you have defensive fighting style. That makes sense. Gotcha. So tries to swipe its claws at you, but you manage to parry the claws off to the side. It can't land a solid blow on you. How smart are these things? Can't imagine very smart. No. So yeah, it'll end its turn right there. Leading the next turn to be Albert.
Okay. I am going to. I'm just going to two-handed swing my quarterstaff at this thing.
Do it.
Being stuck in a corridor, I don't think we're gonna have any problems of it trying to get at anybody else.
Attack. So if you do the button right next to the name of the attack, it should roll your attack roll and the damage at the same time, just to save you.
It would
roll.
roll normal damage.
Ah, gotcha.
I'm using versatile, so
Gotcha.
I'm using two-handed. I'm swinging with two hands.
But a 22
I did 8 damage
definitely
instead.
hits. Pow. Great.
Right in the kisser.
Yeah. You see, these creatures definitely have a little more meat to them than the skeletons. So even though it's a pretty hefty blow, you know, it's not crippled or anything. It twists its head back to you, seemingly like drooling at the mouth, long snake-like tongue just hanging limp. Next is Sun Eater. So, a little bit of a tough situation, considering you're in the back. But you could try to fire a shot. They would just have some extra cover.
So
And if you
disadvantage.
roll like a 1 or something, you might like shoot someone.
Okay. Well, let me think.
But you could still definitely try to make the shot. It's just gonna be difficult.
I'm gonna go for it.
Great. Alright, what's the AC on these things? That actually hits.
Oh, nice.
So,
With cover?
yeah, how much cover did it have? Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, with cover, I forgot to add that. So we'll heal the creature back up. Thank you. Yeah, it was a +2 to its AC, which would have made that just miss.
Fair enough.
But you don't shoot anyone in the back.
Yeah.
Cass's hearing, considering you just shot a gun over their like shoulder, might be a little ringing. But yeah. Anything else?
I'm very tall. I shot way over their heads as high as I could, so I wouldn't shoot them.
Cass is grateful
I don't
she
think
didn't
there's
want
really much else
tinnitus.
I can do. Yeah. Okay.
Alright,
Yeah,
that
my turn is over.
brings us to Cass.
All right, Cass. Shoot. Let's see here. Is there any way to get to go back? That's my question.
Yeah, so you can
Like-
move through allies, no problem. You can't
Okay.
really move through bad guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
the only person who can't like move is probably me, because I would want to move forward.
Right. All right, Cass.
There's also a door to your immediate left, just as an option.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
open that in the middle of combat.
Yeah,
I'm
let
just-
me.
I'm just
I want
letting you
more
know
enemies.
all of your options.
Cass retreats. She's like, we can't fight it in here. It's way too narrow. So she starts going back.
Great.
Fair enough.
So with your action, you could dodge or try to even stealth if you wanted to. Or you can just hold your action if you wanted to like hold a knocked arrow or something.
Yeah, she's just gonna hold her action.
Sure. You have to tell me what you want to hold.
Hold the arrow.
Great, awesome. Holding the arrow, knocked in the bow. Next is Barry. Rare Barry.
Plan ahead.
Oh, you good?
And
Cool. It's your turn.
can't move through. Buddy here.
Technically, you could move into my space and attack, but you'd have to move out, and it would get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah. Do I I have ranged options. I have ranged options.
Yeah, I was just peeking. I think some of your spells are ranged, but as far as stuff that you...
Isn't that not? Let me expand these? Oh, I have to put a spell book.
Oh yeah, but you only have your 3 prepared spells, and it doesn't look like any of those are ranged.
Thunderwave not ranged?
It's like an explosion around you.
Oh, no, yeah, that's a bad idea.
That's a great idea.
I mean, technically it would hit the critter, but it would also hit your 2 allies.
Yeah, let's not. Risk the attack of opportunity.
You can always go into that mystery door.
Oh, that sounds like a worse idea.
You can always go into the other mystery door.
We're just gonna risk
Oh god.
the
What are your
What's
what are your-
behind door number 1?
oh,
Alright, so you scoot forward into the space and swing your staff.
yeah.
Alright, so yeah, you can't
Nope.
quite go through him, but you can overlap
essentially
with Albert
essentially
for a
you
second.
can essentially we can share a space for a moment.
But a 9 won't hit, sadly. So it's like really awkward. Your staff is really big, and he has a staff too, and you're like trying to whack over each other. It doesn't quite work out.
I
And
like
then
squeeze against the wall to let you attack.
yeah, it's like very like it's like when 2 people try to pass in a hallway that's like too small. But so you'll have to move back to either where you were or further back, and then the ghoul will take a little swipe at you as you scoot back.
There he's like kind of like a wet inflatable tube man with a staff.
So it's gonna try to.
Imagining him like peeking around and like poking at it, like with a broom or something.
It's gonna swipe its claws at you as well. But I think that misses. That's only 11. I think your AC is better than 11.
I sure hope so.
Yeah, it's like 16. So another swipe with the claws, another miss. Threat. But that brings us down to the other ghoul, who's shy. The shy ghoul. Now, they're basically going to do the same thing that you just did. Overlap with their friend for a second. And take an awkward bite attack. Or... no, they're going to do the whole claw thing again. This one, I think, might hit with 17.
That does hit.
Alright, you'll have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. How do I distinguish between what I want to do?
If you click the word Constitution, it'll be like, do you want an abilities check or
oh,
a
cool.
saving
There we
throw?
go.
Okay, you are very healthy. You are perhaps the most healthy.
Hey, what up?
So you
Healthier
feel
than
some
you
sort
were
of
before.
you feel some sort of venom or goo on the end of the claw, like try to seep into its wound, into your wound,
Oh.
excuse me.
Oh,
But
by the
whatever
way,
effect doesn't apply. And
there you
take
go.
6 damage.
I'll take 6 damage.
And you can hit that creature as it scoots back. Won't scoot back that far. Scoot back over here. So you can roll your attack damage there.
10 damage.
Yikes, that's a tough one. Bonk. As it runs away, you like hit it in the back of the skull. It kind of sprawls out on the floor before scrambling back on its feet. That brings us back to the other ghoul right in front of you. This one
Great.
will, instead of trying to go for the claws, you're doing a very good job of tanking these ghouls, so it can't really do anything but attack you. But it's gonna bite you instead. Or try to bite you. Don't think that hits. That's a 13, so no. Alright. with the bite unsuccessful. It's still just kind of pawing and slapping at your staff, but it's your turn.
Okay. I think best option is probably just to continue. Let me check my... Okay, yeah. First thing, just normal attack, double-handed.
Normal
18 to
attack.
hit.
That hits for sure.
6 damage.
Sure. Bonk. Whoops, that applied to the wrong one.
Oh, wrong one.
Yep, I can heal it. There we go.
And then I am going to use Second Wind.
Second wind. Oh,
I'm sorry. Nice.
maximum healing.
Yo.
Talk about the tank. That's
Got it.
great. Awesome. I
That's
assume you're
it.
not moving?
Nope.
All right. Sun Eater. I wonder what Sun Eater's gonna do.
If I move to where Barry is and fire a shot, will I still have disadvantage? Will I get close enough?
So you won't have advantage. The bonus or the defense. It's only a +2 to their defense, so it's not like huge.
Okay. I'm just gonna go for it. 'Cause I don't really
It'll
have a whole
squeeze
lot of
into the same
options.
spot. So you can only really attack the one right in front of you. But that will
That's
definitely
fine.
hit, and that will definitely
Okay.
do 9 damage. You can see this guy not looking great. He's riddled with bullet holes, and he's been whacked by his staff a couple times. You see, like, shoulders dislocated. One of the, like, knees is, like, clearly broken, but it's still... That's... Any movement?
Well, I moved back a little bit,
Great, awesome.
but that's
Cass, you're in the back. You see that you sort of waited around the corner with your bow.
Sorry, I forgot to leave the hallway.
You're
Yeah.
kind of waiting with your arrow knocked, and then you notice that nobody else is backing up. It's a little bit awkward.
I was like,
She had the right idea, and
shit.
none of us followed suit.
Kaz, like, comes back in when she realizes that the rest of her party has not returned.
Hey,
And-
first day travels, first adventure.
Yep. And now at the back, she realizes she has really no way of getting that creature. So she yells, "Everybody duck!"
We all duck.
Sure.
Do you all duck, though?
Harry is flat on the floor. He is already stabbed. He's had enough. He's
I don't actually even think I need to duck. I think you stand so tall, so much taller than me.
She
That you
is
can-
tall.
I
Sorry.
may have to duck. I'm very large.
Firing a bow.
Yes. I am
Fire
gonna
away.
fire. Alright, let me.
They'll still have a little bit of a bonus, but we'll see if people ducked in time.
Oh dear.
Alright, so it doesn't hit any of your companions, but it doesn't hit this creature either. You were trying to, like, maybe make sure you didn't hit Sun Eater or any of the people in front of you, and you ended up aiming a little bit too high, and it goes sailing over the shoulder. Anything else?
Nope, that is it.
Alright, Rare Berry, you're up. Gonna do the shuffle and hit again.
You know,
Yes. The old song and dance, the shuffle and hit.
Yeah, it's the hot new dance move in Faerun.
gonna try like a different angle.
Sure, a different angle shuffle.
Actually, Albert leans back and says, "You know that? You got any magic for this?" And he like holds back his quarterstaff.
I don't think I do.
I'm essentially if you have shillelagh, I don't know if you would even.
I don't think they do.
Damn it! I knew you were a druid. But
I'm sorry.
out of luck.
All right, shuffle and hit.
Try the claws this time.
Sure, claw away. This does hit.
Oh.
Uh,
Putting the staff aside, it's just getting in the way. He's just reaching out and getting his grubby little hands in, trying to choke this thing.
Great. All right.
I'm stabbed enough today. You stop that.
All right. As you step forward, this creature who's been trying to claw. Oh, sorry. You got to ban a bot. Be gone, bot.
Would you like to become famous?
I
Buy
wouldn't.
subscribers and followers.
But
Oh,
gone.
good.
Wait, buy subscribers?
Oh, wait.
Can you buy free money?
There's not
Pretty
even
much.
subscribers on Twitch. But yes, you shuffle forward, and this creature that's been trying to claw at you, you instead claw at it, and are far more effective because you slay this beast by clawing wildly at it.
He's got a little feral. It's fine.
So this creature is now no longer blocking the path in front of you because it's dead.
Nice.
Anything
Good.
else? Rare berry?
No. Barely reveling in his victory.
And making up for the stabs, but immediately clogging the path again is the other ghoul.
Great.
Because it's their turn.
expected.
Just hear screeching from Barry.
Ah! They're gonna go for another bite. Oh, they hit. And they roll, ooh, pretty high on the damage. 11.
Yeah, that is high. That is very high.
Yeah, it's a 2d6 plus 2, and they rolled a 5 and a 4.
I got 2 health. Let me.
So,
roll my
like,
save.
very much vampire style, they pull you close and just
Yeah, I'm bad.
chew into your neck. No con save for the bite. It does more damage,
Oh,
but it doesn't have to.
thank
to
goodness.
Do the other thing. Yeah, the bite does
Christ.
more damage, but it doesn't do the bonus thing. So yep. Yep. After, very much actively chewing on the neck of Albert, we bring it back to Albert.
Okay.
Oh, did I mess up
Uh,
your HP? There we go.
n-
I gave you 2.
Yeah, sorry. I updated my HP for you.
I gotcha.
That's
So-
what happened.
Yeah, unless I like forget to apply the damage, then I'll usually apply the damage.
Okay.
But thanks for looking out for that. Also, where did the D&D screen go? Whoops. There we go.
Only an 11 for the attack.
The 11 will not hit. So,
Alright.
probably because this thing is chewing at your neck, you're having trouble getting a little bit of leverage with your quarterstaff. You kind of whap it against him, but don't really succeed in landing a serious blow. But that leaves Sun Eater, as you see Albert just getting chowed down upon.
God. The stakes are high. I don't have. Oh god, I'm not used to not having any healing abilities. All right. I mean, the thing that I got that does the most damage is the pistol. So
Your
Oh,
job
that
is to
does
shoot.
a ton of damage. And does
Excellent.
that
Or Albert
kill?
might actually be deaf now, though.
So you're watching as Albert is just
everyone.
getting chewed on, and then the head of this creature just pops like a balloon as it's a brutal headshot that leaves the creature slumping against Albert and then just sort of falling down to the ground. That will bring us to the
Oh,
end
yeah.
of initiative.
That fucking hurt.
you all right?
I've been better.
Yeah, you see there's
Albert.
profuse bleeding down the front of the armor. Not enough to lead to death, but definitely not having a good time.
I'm gonna move over here and
Oh my
like
god.
check and
So-
see if I can hear anything else in here
Roll
because
a
I'm
perception check.
concerned for. Yeah, hang on, I'm looking for it.
Holding up. 14. You see that to the door on your left here, sort of to the north and northwest, I guess. As you get a little bit closer to it, you kind of hear some crackles of lightning. You gather that this is the sounds of distant combat from whatever battle's going on.
I could hear the sounds of the battle, but I hear nothing else down
Where-
here.
Before we move forward, Barry's gonna like try to cast Cure Wounds. His last Cure Wounds on.
Oh,
Al-
I appreciate that. I
Please do.
like that.
He's just like,
Ooh.
I got you.
While
buddy."
you
Good,
rolled
good.
minimum healing on your
Nice.
last cure wounds, now you rolled maximum healing on this one.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I swing my quarterstaff at you accidentally. I choose to miss.
Chat's being silly about
Thanks.
banhammers.
Should've. Or I just went around touching you with magic,
The-
but could you chill?
Yeah, so what does the casting of
sorry.
cure wounds look like for you? Like how do you cast it, like visually? What are we seeing?
A little sparkly, kind of like stars twinkling, and kind of warm and fuzzy once it gets like close.
Oh, how wholesome.
Nice warm hug that also closes up the wounds and all.
Thank you for the pats.
Thanks for that. I don't think I would have survived another one of those bites.
Yeah. This basement kind of sucks, right?
It's not a good one.
Stabbed, you've gotten bitten.
Well, we have several doors to choose from now.
Yeah, you got
You
two
think they
doors behind you, and then you got 4 doors ahead of
This
you.
one up here.
4
You
doors.
think they could have sent someone to look in the windows or something?
Oh, that's... Yeah.
But we're beneath the building.
Yes, I know it collides with the wall. Just let me go. Please. Please.
I meant to give us some idea of like if it was in the house or not.
Oh,
Uh,
Cass would like to investigate this far door near Z8. She,
yeah, so that's the one Sun
the one
Eater
I heard
heard the
noises?
combat from. Sounds of like the war, presumably above you, essentially.
gotcha. Cass is,
You
would
can-
I,
Oh, sure.
go ahead. Nope, go
You
ahead.
just don't see any like carvings or anything like the other door. It seems like a lot simpler of a door.
Cass is like, do you suppose that this leads... Oh, Sun Eater's gone.
Oh.
Never mind.
Sun Eater just walks away.
Cass is just like, Cass is like, do you suppose this leads to the top? And then she turns around and realizes Sun Eater is just like left. Talking to myself. Never mind.
Hmm. It's hard to say where it leads, but I do hear the sounds of battle, so it may be the exits up to the rest of... Oh, my dog. Hello.
Hello, dog.
Bee.
They're
This
fighting my
puppy.
dog up there.
Oh no.
A war beast. A dire wolf.
The goodest of good boys.
Spy
Yes.
the cat is just kind of laying down on the floor at the moment. Cat check.
Check.
I am catless.
Maidenless.
Tragic.
Maidenless, yeah. Catless.
Yes, so that door you can presume leads you to the battlefield, essentially. But, you know,
I'm
you haven't
gonna
opened it, so
investigate this one for sound
for sound.
again.
You guys are rocking on these perception checks. You hear
Yeah.
just sort of like a... It's maybe not something you hear as much, but as you get closer to the door, you feel a very cold breeze sort of going underneath the frame of the door and like tickling at your boots and toes. It's like a very chilly like mist. Like cool,
Not the toe
cool
beans.
air. Yeah,
Do
you're big.
liches live in
Does the big
cold
lion wear
rains?
boots or is he like barefoot?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, I would have assumed he did, but I do like the idea of just having my beans out.
Yeah, big meaty
Beans, beans, beans.
bean
Beans,
shoes.
beans.
I mean, who's
Maybe they're
swiping
big
at
shoes
who's swiping
that
at
just
your beans?
stop at the
No,
toes.
no one's swiping. It's just cold air.
Record Barry wears no shoes. He is a
Hey yo,
shoe-
we talking toes? Hey yo,
Oh no. What kind of stream is this?
man, my viewers are
I'm
gonna
leaving.
skyrocket.
There seems to be cold air coming from here. I don't
Or my
know
bee.
much about liches, so I don't know if that's relevant.
Comes around. It's like, let me investigate. 1 second, let me check the door.
I hate
It's
it.
the one
I
on
think
the
hiding
right, right?
things out. I will
Sure.
be right back, but I am still
Yeah, if
listening.
you wanna
Okay.
check out that door as well.
Yep.
Checking for stuff behind it, or like checking for traps and stuff.
Perhaps.
Investigation check. 15. You get the sense that this door is not trapped in any meaningful way that you can tell.
Good. Good.
But you do get the sense that this door is locked, however.
Oh, Cass, did you bring your...
I have thieves' tools.
Fuck yeah, let's go! How did the
Oh,
fucking
sorry, hang on.
rogue not bring the thieves' tools?
I don't know. They're not in my inventory on this website's character sheet, but they are on the D&D Beyond.
Let me check you out. Sun Eater stuff.
Is there anyone that would be especially good at using them, or do I have to use them? I'm not exactly a rogue.
I can think of one person who might be good at using them.
Oh, is Cass a rogue?
This is a rogue, yeah.
Okay. I can pass them to Cass.
Sure.
Unless Cass chose not to be good at them. Which is possible.
How would I choose not to be good at them?
I think you can choose a different tool.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't think I even have proficiency. I just have them because of my background.
Oh, you were like a criminal background or something.
Yeah.
It's looking like you do have proficiency. No, do you? Let me. Yeah, you do have proficiency with these tools.
Which of us?
Sun Eater.
Okay.
And
Cass,
can give it a
Cass
try.
probably does.
so does Cass. So presumably either one of you could do it. Technically, Cass would have one more +1 than you, but
Okay.
like you would have a plus like 4 and she has a +5. Yeah.
I'll pass
She
you,
has a
Cass.
plus.
I'll let the rogue do the rogue thing.
Right.
Cass is just looking at the doors like, it's locked. It's not trapped, but it's locked. If we just had a way in, but I did not bring my lock-picking kit.
Well, I just happen to have one on hand.
Cass just kind of
Have at
turns
it.
and looks at him. You just happen to have a lock-picking kit on you.
Yes. Is that a problem?
Well,
No?
you didn't ask me. I might also happen to have that.
Do you have that?
I think I'll keep that to myself.
Well, I'm not one to ask questions. And she holds out her hand.
Just take it. You'll do better with
She
these
does.
than I would.
Well, we'll see. And she gratefully accepts the lockpick kit and then turns to the door and like, all right, let's see what I can do here. Gets down and starts to try and pick the lock.
All right.
And
So you can just roll a just do an acrobatic check because it has the same modifier.
okay.
and then once we add it to your character sheet, then it will
Ooh,
work out. But
bad roll.
unfortunately, you know, maybe you're a little bit rusty with it. You're not really getting anywhere with the lock.
Yes. Can I give it a shot?
Sure.
Go ahead. And she hands over the lock-picking tools to him.
Should I roll an acrobatics as well?
Roll your stealth, because it... No, actually, that will have disadvantage.
Yeah.
Just roll a dexterity check, and we'll just add 2 to whatever you roll.
Okay. Let me give it a shot. Oh,
Oh,
Ooh.
beautiful. Yeah, that's a
Pretty good.
21.
well, there we go.
So pretty easily, maybe it's because it's your tools. You're very experienced
Yeah,
with them. Maybe it's like they're sized for like a lion, so they're very huge.
Yeah.
But you know, paws instead of hands. But it hardly takes 5 seconds. You get in there, think, and you feel something shift in the door, suggesting it is now unlocked.
Ash just looks a little impressed and also is kind of side-eyeing Sun Eater. She now has many questions about... She's wondering if, like, they're all thieves now, essentially.
Well, I've done it. Who would like the honors?
Ash looks behind. He's like, Barry, would you like to go in a door?
Barry's just kind of apprehensive, but he's just like, sure.
He's like,
Do
you
stealth
you
it if
don't
you want it."
actually have to. I was joking, but after
Yeah.
you then.
All right. Okay.
Oh.
So, what
Oh,
you see?
I like the little door sound and then like sudden visual on the map. It's very
It's
cool
almost like I
effect.
clicked a button and made the sound.
Oh, hey. I may see something. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be able to see it. Watch out.
Oh yeah, here. Actually, are those
You both have
pillars?
dark vision, though.
Don't move
I
forward.
do.
Don't move forward. Ah, I'll close the door. Excuse me, just a minute.
Okay.
There's some pillars in the room that don't have
It
collisions.
says a monster.
Oh, my pants are down.
I'm changing.
Yeah, we just open it and there's just a
Oops,
zombie
yeah.
in there, like in a
Have
towel.
you ever heard of
It's just-
knocking?
Oh no, I made the pillars out of doors. They're not doors, they're walls. I'm choking. It went so well up to this point. I'm a scam. Alright, one more wall. Stop moving the walls. Good enough. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Okay.
Wow, look
Can
at
no
that.
longer see.
Pillars. Whoa.
Well, I can still see that.
It's because of your angle.
Sure.
Let's
Okay.
pretend it's not
Should
there.
I? Okay.
You can
I
move
will.
it. It's cool. Oh yeah, I'm missing a door
sure.
there too.
I'm sure it's not going to
Just
attack us or
go
anything.
on first,
All right,
or
we're good.
I mean,
We're good. And not all tokens are living things. Sometimes if there's like a body on the floor, those will also
Yeah.
be tokens and such.
We
Yep,
all
so
go
you-
into the room.
Move in. What you see is the air in this chamber is alive, dancing with some unseen energy. It's super chilly. You can almost see like little particles of frost floating in the air. Two thick pillars extending floor to ceiling hum with energy, and right in the middle, right where Leonin
Good.
or Sun Eater was standing,
Oh.
is a
just got
huge, big iron, like Legends of Zelda, big iron treasure chest.
Oh.
Right between the pillars.
No, thank you.
Hmm.
I'm very suspicious of that. I'm gonna. Here, I'd like to check and see if there's anything obviously suspicious about it. Or should I do investigation?
Yeah, do an investigation check.
Okay, we're. Oh god, where's it on this thing? Oh, there it is.
It's definitely a little sus.
Oh, only a little
uh-huh.
Just
sus?
this whole area, the whole air is sort of radiating with energy. And
Okay.
it's a big,
Bad vibe.
big treasure chest. You know, who knows what's inside it, but there's definitely maybe not anything specific you pick up, but your hair on the back of your mane
Animal
is
instinct.
sort of standing on end.
Sun
Did
Eater
they-
shakes his head and says, I don't like this. I don't like it at all.
Did
It
we
is a
get
bit
any? Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say it's a little bit strange having a single chest in a room between two pillars. Who does that?
I agree.
Did anyone give us any hints on what they think the Lich's phylactery might be?
Can
No,
it be
not
anything?
really.
Is it not a bottle or something?
It could be a lot of things.
Could it
I
though?
know. I think. I'm no expert.
None of us are. It's a little strange that they picked us as a party to
Why
do
did
this.
they hire us? Yeah.
I feel like whoever hired us wasn't as smart as they think they are.
Don't know about that.
Oh, good.
That's
There's a
just
lot of.
slowly.
There's so many doors.
It's your one
Speaking of
weakness. Doors.
Cass
It
is
really
looking
is.
at this door right over here,
Yes, there's
and
a...
she's examining it. She's going to investigate it.
Sure. Roll an investigation check. 24. You get the sense that there is something a little bit strange about this door. Not necessarily a trap, but you notice around the edge, it's not sort of stone on stone contact. It's almost like there's like a rubbery type grommet around the whole door, suggesting that it's airtight.
Cass
Oh,
frowns
bad
at
either.
that.
But as far as the
And then-
door, it is not, like, you get the sense that opening it wouldn't trigger a trap with the 24, and also that it's not locked either.
Cass reaches out and touches the door. She wants to see what the temperature of it is.
This side of the door, it's pretty chilly, but so is the air in this room. You don't get the sense that it's any colder than the other room.
She hums and goes back to the group. It seems we have an unlocked door over here, but it's strange.
Maybe it's just the sauna.
What's
Oh, maybe it is the sauna.
Alright,
I'm gonna-
Barry and Sun Eater scooting down the hall here.
Yeah, I'm gonna check out this door because I suspect that it may lead back.
Well, 5
The other.
iron doors line your path, or 6, or 5 iron doors, 1
This
stone
one.
door. Stone door right in front of you. You hear that coming from the building, or not the building, the door on this side right here. This door is a terrible banging sound, like clang, clang,
Oh.
clang, 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 clang.
Cass was entering the hallway, and now she's backing out.
And you see the stone door directly in front of you. You have pretty good spatial awareness. You get the sense that this is the door, perhaps to the area you were previously in. And this door also has a big carving on it. Instead of a kraken, this one has a big old skull on it.
You know what? I'm good. I don't like this hallway. I'm gonna go this way. I'm good. I've had enough.
Did we check the other door? The unlocked one?
I think that may be a good place to start.
All right, are you?
I do briefly want to step into this hallway. What did
Clang,
you say?
clang.
These? What did you say? These? Are these
The
like
door at the
bars
far
that I can
end.
see through?
There are metal doors. There's just a lot of doors there, and some of the sight lines kind of don't line up.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's
And that's why there's
something I think we can see that we're not supposed to.
It's okay. That's the power of imagination.
That's fine. We're focused on this door. I don't like those doors anyway. I don't like all the doors close together. They seem like they're cells or something.
Yeah, they definitely looked like cells.
Cass is like nothing worse than cells in a lich's basement. As she very
God.
carefully steps around Barry to step up to the door, she figures that all of her teammates at this point have stepped up to the plate. If anybody gets stabbed this time, it should probably be her.
Oh.
I've repaired some of the door sight lines.
I do
in
have
the
a
hallway.
thought.
Yeah.
Usually, I would expect a prison to hold unreputable folk.
Mm-hmm.
But in a lich's tower, that's the... I'm not sure.
Do
You're
you?
not seriously suggesting that we release anything that may be in these doors.
You're right. It's a bad idea.
An enemy
could-
of an enemy is not necessarily a friend.
I suppose. And
Yeah,
Cass
yeah.
is speaking very, very slowly, as if she hates the fact that she's even saying it. I suppose you could always yell at the door and see if anyone answers back. It's not as if a zombie would talk, right?
I suppose if there was something we didn't want to talk to, it wouldn't talk back.
True.
Well,
That's the point.
are we doing this?
I'll come with you.
Suppose
Clang, clang,
I will be
clang.
over.
Clang,
I-
I
clang.
will be over here. If
I'm not a
anything,
fan of
Cass
this
like
one over here.
yells back. If anything dangerous busts out, come running. We'll run through this door. And she's got like
You
her
got it.
hand on the handle, ready to like rip that thing open.
Fair thing.
I guess I'll start with the worst one.
The one that's
Yeah,
clanging
you-
on the east.
The very loud one. Is the clanging from the door being like pounded on?
Yeah, you got the
Or is
like
it
you
something
you can see the door sort of rattling in its frame.
Jostling. Okay. Well, he's gonna pound on the door back, just like 3 times, like he's knocking.
All right. Punk, 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 punk. Clang, 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 clang. The banging gets a little more like frantic and rapid.
He turns and looks at Albert. So, what
just-
do you make of this?
I'm not sure. Something definitely wants out. He will step up next to the door.
He'll
With
shuffle out of the way a little bit.
and he bangs on the door again and says, "What's your problem? Why are you in here?"
The banging sort of stops for a good 5-6 seconds, and then kind of clang, clang, clang with maybe more of like a rhythm to it.
Does anyone know Morse code?
No.
I sure don't.
Cass is looking at
Well.
Barry like,
Knock.
of all the jobs to take, huh?
He's just like weakly nodding. He looks tired. He looks like he needs like an 18-hour nap.
Knock once if you understand us.
Clang.
What the fuck?
God.
Well,
Why can't... Right, yes or no questions. Fuck.
Well,
Are you a
can
friend
count
of the
radar on this
lich?
one.
Stays eerily silent.
Oh,
2 for no.
Clang clang.
Pretty decisive.
hmm.
So,
Does it know its way around?
do you know your way around here?
Clang.
Would you like to help us steal a phylactery?
There's seemingly a bit longer of a pause. Clang.
I
Okay.
suppose we'll help you get out of here if you agree.
Clang.
Sun Eater is going to draw his weapon and just prepare an action. Just if whatever comes out attacks, he fires a bullet.
Sure.
Is this cell door trapped? From your side?
No response.
Okay, probably doesn't know.
Well,
Cass
I
hollers.
wanna.
Everything going all right?
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
okay.
We're doing
We
good.
may be letting something out.
No.
You're what?
I make noise over you when you say that part.
Uh-huh. Oh, good. So you want us to take this on together without them?
Who needs help? What's a party for?
Cass is
Ugh.
just very confused. Like, what did they say?
We-
Looking
we-
at Barry.
Look, we had a plan. If it's bad, we run back into the corridor.
I heard
Okay.
wedding and then so I'm not entirely.
Wasn't
Well, if
very
you're
subtle.
going to do something, then do it.
I wanna see if I can open this door.
It jostles a little bit, but seems like it's locked.
You got those tools?
Yes. Move aside.
All right, roll
guess I'm
another dexterity check.
Gonna prepare that action anymore because I can't while I'm doing stuff.
I ready in action to step up and smack anything with my quarterstaff if it attacks him.
Sure.
Okay. First I'd like to check and see if the door has any traps that I can see.
All right, do an investigation and then a dexterity check.
And then a dexterity?
Pretty confident it's not
Oh, right,
trapped.
for the... Yes.
Yeah, for the actual unlocking.
Question: how tall is Barry again?
Like 5'10". I think the average tabaxi is 6 feet, but he's small,
Oh.
so he's like 9.
Okay, I was just wondering. So he's like a foot shorter than Cass. Cass could. I was gonna have like if it got to it, Cass maybe like if he was really small, Cass was gonna like tuck him up under her arm and just fucking.
Fireman Gary.
Retconning his height.
Well, someone in the party's got to be short.
Yes, let
gotta
the
represent.
6'1.5" woman carry you.
Tuck him under your arm like a little stuffed animal.
But yes, ka-chunk. The door seems like it's unlocked now.
All right. Are you ready? He sort of says to
I'm ready.
Albert. Here goes nothing. He opens the door and kind of braces himself.
Alright. Ka-chunk. You see in this little cell, essentially, about the size of a cat, is a little tiny dragon with purple scales, leather bindings keeping its muzzle shut, keeping its wings tucked against its body. There's like a pile of like bird seed just kind of heaped in one corner of the cell, and this little tiny cat-sized dragon looks up to you. It kind of snorts and little fires shoot from its nose.
Oh my god, I forgot. I remember this now from when we played this. If it gives you any indication of how much I remember from that campaign apart from my character,
I'm
I
surprised
forgot about...
this isn't
The
even
funniest-
like
the
part of
funniest
the
thing
official
is-
module.
We had this though. We definitely
I
had
think-
this.
It's very popular.
I
though.
did have a I did add a module to the beginning of the campaign.
Okay.
Now I'm just imagining those two are gonna come around the corner with the dragon, and Cass is gonna be like, "What do you got there?" And they're both like,
dragon.
"A water skin,
A smoothie.
a
Yeah.
smoothie." Yeah.
Nothing.
And immediately,
Okay.
as you open the door, you
Well-
kind of get like a wave of emotions kind of wash over you, like relief and thanks and just kind of like appreciation just kind of wash over you.
Sun Eater kneels down very low and kind of holds the paw out, just to kind of, just a gesture of like goodwill and you know, maybe he wants to sniff his paw or maybe handshake sort
maybe.
of thing. I don't know.
Do everyone's favorite check, animal handling.
Oh, good.
Maybe
Let me see
you
what
should
that is.
take its bindings off.
Oh, does it have bindings?
Yes, but it is a little skittish. But with a 20, it's seemingly so thankful of being released that it immediately just sort of like cat rubs its face up against your paw, just like doing
good.
that classic cat
Aw.
move.
All right. Could I just like break the bindings off, or I mean, I guess I have
Yeah,
thieves'
they seem to
tools.
just sort of be leather, so like with your claws, easy
Okay.
peasy to just rip them
Yeah,
off.
yeah. Very gently, kind of tear them off, and
You see it open its jaw,
offer out his
and
arm
kinda,
in
like,
case
stretch
he
its
wants to
arm
climb
a
up,
little
or-
bit, and then yeah, it does kind of sort of climb up on your shoulder with another snort of fire out of its nose.
do you have a name?
Feeding dragon
I
bird
suppose he can't
seed.
answer. Hmm. Well, we have one ally. Should we
Is this
check
a-
these other doors?
Should we check the other doors? He asked to the creature.
Oh, good call.
The wave of emotion you get from this little creature gives a strong no sensation, just like a
Okay.
settling unease in your stomach.
Perfect.
Specifically to the
Perfect.
one to the south of you, and the one at the end of the hallway in the opposite direction.
Good enough for me.
The other
my
ones
come
they
along.
seem kind of more ambivalent on.
From my brief stint in magic, I think this must be a familiar of some sort.
I don't really know what that means, but if he's our ally, he can come along with us. start.
Yeah. Sun Eater, you sort of pause for a moment as
Yeah?
an image sort of appears in your mind. You see the visage of a woman dressed in almost something that looks vaguely reminiscent of like a bridal gown, but as she turns her
Oh.
face, you see that half of it is kind of rotted away, revealing the like skeletal jaw beneath.
Gross.
And you see this little purple dragon perched upon its shoulder. And then you get another image of said woman locking this little dragon away in this cell.
I think he was this lich's familiar, if that makes sense. Or, at any
I
rate,
didn't-
whoever locked him away in here was his ally.
I didn't know familiar could persist without its wizard. Wouldn't she just dismiss it?
I
That's-
wouldn't know.
I suppose you wouldn't.
Well, I think we should try and get out of this place. Can you lead the way, little one? To the phylactery, perhaps?
Alright, it kind of lifts off your shoulder, does a little bit of a circle. Here, I can actually move the token. Whee! Let me check what they know.
is at the door and she sees something enter the room. She's like, ah, what is that?
Yeah, it does like a little circle
right.
around this room. Whee!
Ah,
It's a,
Worry not.
And then
it's friendly.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, very mid trying to swat it with his quarterstaff, and then he's like, it's friendly.
yeah, it almost looks like a very large bat on first glance, but the purple scales sort of suggest otherwise. But
poison bat.
you see,
Sun Eater kind of holds out his arm as like kind of a wait, don't attack this thing.
the creature hovers above the iron chest. Like,
Oh god, of course.
but then it sort of looks up to the two pillars next to it and snorts its nose again.
Something to do with these pillars is of importance.
What? Cass steps away from the door and comes closer. And now she's investigating the pillars.
Do an investigation check.
Yeah. I'll investigate the other one.
Sure, you can also do it.
Okay.
Hey, finally a low roll from Sun Eater.
Couldn't
waiting.
last forever.
But Cass, you get a pretty good look at these, and you determine not only do these pillars have some sort of magical arcane scrawling, but with that roll you can even get a pretty good sense of what they do as well. You get the sense that these are basically like magical little Tesla coils, lightning channeling through the pillars themselves. You get the sense that actually with the 21 you learn three things. One is that technically this trap could be disarmed essentially just by destroying the pillars, which would have led to a lot of lightning sort of flying all over the place. But with a 21 you actually, as you peer over, you sort of find a little alcove, a little niche where you can find a little tiny secret button.
Cass peers at the alcove and then she's like, I think I found an off switch, but just to be safe, everyone should get out of the room.
I don't see shit on this one. But
She
I'll
kinda
take your
double
advice.
takes-
well,
She kind of double takes at the dragon now as well, that she can see it. Like, what the fuck
It kind of
is that?
stares
Oh,
at
yes.
you with big
We can
purple
ask it.
eyes.
should we be pushing that button, little one?
It does like a little tiny dragon shrug.
Okay. Are you sure you want to be the one to do this?
The dragon also flies into the next room.
Is there one on? I'm sorry. Is that the only one with a button? Perhaps it needs two inputs.
Cass gets up and walks to the other pillar.
Sure.
And
Now,
she starts looking in this. Sorry,
now
go ahead.
that
Go ahead.
you know where to look, it's basically like a mirrored design, so you can find an identical button on the other side.
She does, and she points it out. Look, right here. And she points to
I
the little
see.
button. We could try pressing them
Well.
at the same time.
I suppose there's nothing for it but to go for it.
So do we do 3, 2, 1, and then press it after 1?
Yes.
All right.
On your mark.
3, 2, 1. And Cass presses the button.
And so does Soul Eater, or Sun Eater. Soul Eater, God. Anime.
You see, sort of this static electrical feeling that you've had in this room suddenly begins to die out.
Sun Eater sighs in deep relief.
It's also sighs in deep relief. She thought she was about to be fried.
Is that a sound that we heard?
No.
Or
No, it was just
GM loud?
Skunky being evil.
Just
Okay.
skunky being skunky.
I think it's safe.
Oh,
Just kind of shouting out to everyone in the hallway. Well, I guess I'll investigate the chest now, see if anything seems different.
All right.
Seems totally fine.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, here goes nothing. He attempts to open it.
You open it up, and you can see some
Nice.
very well organized supplies in this treasure chest. The first thing you see is a heap of gold coins. You see 3 nicely bound rolls of parchment, and sort of in a very separate section of the chest, almost like on a cushion, like a velvety pillow, you see what looks to be some sort of large tome. And you see that the binding of this tome, it's not the prettiest thing in the world. Sort of a pale tan, almost like stretched over the skin. And you see an eyeball-like design on the front. Before you realize that's not just a design, that's a literal eyeball that's embedded into the design.
That looks fishy.
Fucking liches.
What do you make of this? He kind of asks Albert, who seems to know more about things than he does.
That's not a normal spellbook.
What is it then?
Is it safe to touch?
Is this the phylactery, little dragon?
Sort of very enthusiastic nodding and blowing smoke out of its nose.
Well, he very carefully reaches in.
Would
He
suggest
hasn't grabbed
we
it yet.
prepare to leave as soon as we have it.
Okay. Should we try to open this door in the back? The little dragon seemed to think we shouldn't, but I think it's a quicker route out if we do.
Well, wasn't it pointing at the jail cells?
It was
I think
Or
it
was
was
pointing
this
at
one
that
that it was.
door.
You saw a big skull design on that exit door, and then it said don't open up the other iron doors, or at least 2 of the iron doors to be
Okay.
specific.
But the dragon. Didn't say anything about
You were
this one.
given like a scroll or something. I think I said that right. Like
Yes,
once
we
you
do.
found the thing.
Cass is
Oh,
like.
that's right. We don't have to.
Cass
I forgot
fishes
about
the
that.
scroll out of her pack. It's like as soon as we grab it.
Perfect. Barry,
Oh, wow.
I think we're ready.
Should we try to take any of this other stuff, or just the phylactery?
What other stuff was there?
Heaps
there
of
was
gold,
gold.
and 3 scrolls. That's something.
We could
Heaps
just
of
try
gold?
and take the whole
Yeah,
chest.
there's a good amount of gold.
Oh, would the chest go with? I mean,
It's very
Probably
heavy.
did
It's like
everything.
entirely
Yeah.
iron, so it's quite large as well.
Yeah.
For this, taking the gold.
okay.
All right, Barry's
He
taking
gets
the
his
gold.
big lion hands and scoops all the other stuff out that isn't the phylactery. We can divvy this stuff up. And then he says, "All right, are you ready?"
Yep. Are
think
you
we're
coming
ready.
with
Here
us,
it goes.
little dragon?
It nods.
Right.
Yeah,
Good.
Cass has
There
her
goes.
hand on like the seal of the scroll.
Albert pulls the neck of his chainmail out just a little bit, and he says, "It's not the most comfortable ride, but it'll offer a little bit of protection if you want it."
Do an animal handling check. Kind of looks at you for a long moment, and then goes to perch on Sun Eater's shoulder.
All right.
Oh no. Fair enough. I'll keep you safe, little one. And he reaches out and he grabs the book and then he shouts, "Now!"
Cass breaks the seal on the scroll and opens it.
All right, in a flash of blue light. Ooh, let me change some music. Let's go to, I don't know, some intense battle. So, in a flash of blue light, you're transported to a circle of runes on a forest floor. Dark pine trees with enormous spider webs block out the sky. Injured and dead soldiers are laid out on stretchers, and the remains of skeletons, zombies, demons, constructs, and more litter the ground around you. Before you is the monolithic tower of black stone that you were previously just in the basement of. The smell of flesh burning and the ring of steel clashing together emanates from the place of horrors. Stay here, calls the voice of Ramelia, which you know is the person who recruited you. The elf stands behind you, her left leg crisp with burned flesh, and her right arm limp and bleeding. She then sort of steps up to the front, sort of at the edge of the clearing, and says, what was her name again? I lost it. Where'd it go? Duchess of Rot, Miss Cortis. We have your phylactery. This is all over now. There's a crack of thunder, and appearing before you, Sun Eater, you recognize this as the same creature from the image that the little pseudo-dragon gave you, but much, much, much more heavily injured. The wedding gown is stained with blood. There's scorch marks. Like, there's signs that one of her legs totally, completely blown off. And compared to your first vision, where just part of her face was skeletal, it's now more like it's almost fully a skeleton skull with little bits of flesh just hanging on here and there.
Well, she's looked better.
She kind of drifts
Not
towards
very
you,
much.
her skeletal feet just faintly levitating above the floor. She twitches her hand, and the elf kind of goes flying and cracks against one of the nearby pine trees, or spruce trees, or whatever. If you know what's good for you, you'll give me that back.
Cass, who still
Sunny
has her
grips
torch.
very tightly. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Armed and ready. Yeah, Sun Eater just grips it very tightly and close to his chest.
Was that our boss?
That was the one of the people
yes.
who recruited you. Just kind of went flying against a tree.
Where's the other boss?
No sign.
Cass is like, I think we have bigger issues. And she like,
Sun Eater is very focused on the lich and nothing else, so...
she's got, oh no, since Cass has her torch still out, she gets it semi-close to the phylactery, but does not actually, like, press it against it. Mostly because Sun Eater's holding it and she doesn't want to burn him. She's like, if you know what's best for you, perhaps you should back off.
Do an intimidation check.
Can I assist in that?
Sure, you can also assist. Or just roll your own check.
Okay, hang on.
How much gold will it take?
Wait. What?
Are we looking for information?
How much
Yeah,
gold will it take for
We
you
don't
to
want gold.
give
We
What
want
do you
you to
want?
remove the curse?
We're here for information.
On the curse.
On the curse.
I will give it to you. But only if you swear to return my phylactery.
Only if you swear once we give it back that you won't turn around and immediately kill all of us with your army.
And we get to keep the little dragon.
And we get to keep the little dragon.
You can have that, betrayer.
Who's he gonna betray? He's a baby. Look at him.
I'm
Just
just a
imagine
baby.
The
He's
poor
a little
dragon being all sad and everything.
Oh.
That
Got
pathetic
called a-
little thing. It betrayed me. It gave up on me when I found the power that makes me as strong as I am today.
Dragons can
All
sense
right.
bad.
What about the information?
The death curse. There's only one thing that could cause such a global pooling of necromantic energy. An ungodly necromantic device that even far outweighs my expertise.
Oh my god.
A soul monger. Collecting those souls returned to the mortal plane in death. Any soul that is touched by death is marked by the soul monger, drawn into it, and not allowed into the afterlife. Instead, collected, pooled. For what reason? I can only guess. But all signs point to this device, this soulmonger, to being in the south, the far south, the jungle peninsula of Chult.
Mass is starting to sweat a little.
Now, I've told you what I know. Give it back!
You swear that you will not turn on us and attack us with your armies the moment we do.
Define us.
Us and the army that's here.
You expect me to allow the people that raided my home to live free?
Yes.
That's the deal.
To be fair, I think you may have taken quite a few of their lives today.
And they have killed many of my skeletons. A fair trade.
Are those
Can't
a lot?
you get more skeletons? They're pretty easy to come by.
Yes, in fact, I just made several today.
Then there should be. Then, Duchess of Rot, there should be no need for further death. Wouldn't you say? Best to put it all behind us and move on.
Well, if it's further death you're looking to avoid, then the smart among you will stay far, far away from Chult. But yes,
Real.
return my spellbook, and I will allow you all to live. The ones not already enchanted by my necromantic puppetry.
He kind of, Sun Eater kind of looks at the rest of the party and kind of, just vibe checks? Like, are we all ready for this?
I guess.
Cass moves the torch away.
There's like a visible untensing of the skeleton as the torch is pulled away.
And Sun Eater takes a few steps forward, gently places it on the grass, and says, "Perhaps we should make a hasty retreat."
Yep.
And then hauls ass.
Harry's already just booking it.
All
Yeah,
right.
Barry took off. Barry took off
Yeah.
before we were done talking.
All right.
Fair
You
enough.
see as skeletal hands sort of pull out of the ground and grab the phylactery from where you left it on the floor and sort of drag it back towards the Duchess of Rot. And true to her word, she allows both you and the surviving members of this massive incursion to all retreat back down the hillside. You see, in the coming moments and minutes, that Remelia is alive, though knocked temporarily unconscious from her slamming into the trees, and sort of limps to you, one of limbs very, very burned. It says, "You did it! You found it! We can come back
Well-
for the Duchess another day, but this is a victory nonetheless."
Glad you
We
took
had
that.
a little help from a little friend here. He kind of indicates the little dragon.
I can only imagine what you saw down there. If it was half as bad as what we saw up here, then... well, good work. Let's
We should.
Well,
get home.
we should. Yes.
Yes.
So, everyone sort of returns back to the river and takes the sail trip back to the town of Waterdeep. In the coming day or so, you are all given your reward as promised. 3 more healing potions and 500 gold to be split amongst you. And you are also, in the following 2 days, summoned to the keep of Asindra Silvermane by Remelia,
Fancy.
bandaged up from the day's combat prior. She comes to find you once again and says, "Well, we've done much work, but there's still much more work to be done if you're interested in following this through."
Well, if we could get the details first.
Will I be stabbed again?
Sure.
I think we have most of the details. The next step is Schult.
But what did she call it?
Soulmonger.
So.
What is a soulmonger?
Our clerics and scholars are looking into it as much as they can, but it seems whatever this ungodly contraption is, it's certainly not public knowledge. We hope to find some more knowledge in the coming days, but, well, with as many people dying as they are, we're on a bit of a ticking clock. So while our researchers and scholars look to find more information, Cholt is a big place, and there's lots of jungle to be explored.
I don't know about the rest, but I'm on board. From what the Lich said, it sounds like my dear friend Crispy Bacon. Crispy Bacon.
Crispy bacon.
It sounds like his soul is at risk.
It sounds
Mm.
like many souls are at risk. is only gonna get worse.
Whatever this is being used for, yeah, I agree. It's definitely not going to be good for anyone. So count me in too, I suppose.
I suppose I'm in.
Barry
I
just
could.
quietly
I will
Chris.
bring you. Oops, excuse me. I'll let you speak. My bad.
Oh, Barry just like kind of goes, "I miss Crispy," and raises his hand.
Well, if you provide your assistance, there's more details to be hashed out, but we can arrange a revival for your friend if you continue to help.
Very good.
So, let's go to my benefactor, Sindra Silver May, and she will provide you with the details of the next beginnings of your adventure. And as she leads the four of you off towards what appears to be a more traditional stone brick tower, is there any last things you want to mention before the end of today's session?
Nope,
Well,
nothing
we
on
need to
my
divide
end.
the stuff that we got out of that chest.
Yeah, so you found 200 extra gold. So that's on
Okay,
top of the
7
500.
50 each.
700 total.
Yep. And
175 each.
the 3 scrolls, they are spell scrolls, but I'll have to decide which 3 spells they actually are.
Okay.
But yes, congratulations on completing the Cellar of Death.
Nice.
Nobody
I'm
died.
gonna
Nobody
give the scrolls
die.
to Barry because he's a druid, and I don't want him.
What are you doing to Barry?
Say what?
I'm giving the scrolls to Barry.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I guess Barry's our main
Smart.
caster of the group for now.
Yeah.
So,
Anyway, yeah, we live.
So, just to give a little credit where credit is due, this is not an official part of the Tomb of Annihilation modular, but a very popular add-on that someone made. I'm gonna give credit to them in chat right now. Beautiful.
Very nice.
Just so, give credit for this great map and this great little prologue to the Tomb of Annihilation module proper. Yes, so this will be a bi-weekly thing, hopefully, going forwards. So mark your calendars in chat for, what is that, the 10th?
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, it should be pretty darn fun. We're looking to do pretty much the whole module. So this may be quite the long recurring collaboration, and it should be a whole lot of fun. Let me shout
Loving
out
it
all
so
of
far.
our players today in chat. There you go. There's everyone's links. So make sure to give them some follow, some love, some appreciation. Is anyone doing anything cool in the near future that they want to mention?
We're streaming stuff this week. Oh, we're doing Dot Hack on Thursday, and then I'm doing the DLC for Lost Judgment on Friday.
Cool. I don't know what either of those games are, but they sound cool.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I will actually be playing a very special game come Sunday. I'll be playing the soft release of a slasher dating sim.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That sounds so cool.
More slasher or more dating sim?
Apparently I don't know yet. It's gonna be interesting. It's on Itch.io, but it's 18 plus, so I'm probably gonna have to do like a
Scandal.
I'm probably gonna have to do like a private playthrough before I stream it, so I know if I'm gonna have to censor anything. My love interest My love interests are Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers, Bubba,
Good.
Pinhead, Freddy Krueger, and Harry Warden.
Are they like the
Okay.
actual versions or like off-brand versions?
It looks like they are. It looks like they're AUs of their killer selves. So I don't think Freddy's actually like a child killer in this version.
Sure.
Probably.
Who knows?
Who
It's
knows?
just no big deal in this universe.
Yeah.
Yep, so that brings us over to Lalo.
Oh, we're doing Monster Girl Thursday as always.
Oh, Paul.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
And Yakuza 0 on Sunday.
Poggers.
Yes.
Watching taking people's kneecaps.
Can't wait.
Very excited.
I'm also streaming on Thursday. Probably more Elden Ring or Minecraft. I haven't decided. I'm binging both at the moment. But usually I stream a little bit earlier than Lalo does, so maybe we can even catch both of us. Yeah. And in the near future, I guess semi-near future, I'm actually working on some stuff to get some cooking streams going. So keep your eyes peeled for Chef Skunky.
That'll be good. You do a lot of cooking
That'll
and
be
stuff.
awesome.
Yeah, I just ran out of my fajitas. In fact,
Oh, nice.
check out the stream
Fajita.
right now. Look, we got some fajitas.
Yo.
Whoa, look at those
Oh, that
fajitas.
Oh, dang!
Paul.
Can I
God.
cook?
Whoa, look at those.
Poggers!
But
Catering
that's
around. Or don't worry, that's just me coming for fajitas.
fajitas.
Bug spray.
Yeah, we
But
got your IP now. We can go and find your house and eat your food.
That's right.
That's sad. I only have one last Tupperware of frozen fajitas left. Very sad.
Oh no.
Aww.
But
Tragic.
but it's lasted like a week, so it's all good.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna try to make some pickles tomorrow. That's exciting.
Yes.
Pickles, Pug. Okay, so before I go down a pickle rabbit hole, yeah, I think we're gonna sign off for now. Toodaloo. Oh, wait,
Sounds
should we
good.
find someone to raid?
Yeah, we should.
Oh,
definitely
yes, we
raid
Yeah,
you.
for
should.
sure.
Let's see.
So let me
who's
check
on.
my list, see who's on. Let's see if anyone pops out. Or anyone you guys want to suggest.
Well, my mortal enemy, Hidden Tome, is playing, but we don't have to raid him.
Mythica's on.
Azure is also playing.
Azure. Yeah, they're part of Arcos, right?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
are.
yeah.
Monster Rancher? Sure, yeah. I haven't watched many of their streams, so this will be a nice chance to finally catch them a little bit.
Yeah. We never get to raid them because we're never done before they are.
Alright, let's get that raid going. Azure Lemon TV. Whoops, I spelled it wrong.
Oh,
Okay,
this was
next
fun, you guys. I'm glad we're doing this. I'm excited.
Yes. So excited.
Pretty good. Pretty
So
good so
here's-
far.
The raid message if you're not a subscriber. Here's the raid message if you are a subscriber. And we'll check you on all over on 2 weeks from now and on over
Yes.
in Azure's stream. Bye-bye, everyone.
Yay.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Oh, did the raid start? What's going on?
Not
It is.
Yeah,
starting,
I don't
yes.
He's gonna though, but
Yeah, usually there's a button that says like, "Hey, press this button to raid," and I'm not seeing it.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes
the timer
that
is ticking
breaks.
down. Oh, good.
Yeah, okay, I'll do it on Twitch.
Depending on how you put it in, sometimes it breaks.
I did
And then
misspell.
you just have to wait for the timer. Depending on how you put it in.
Well,
Cool. Looks like
This
it's
is
gonna
like
go
when
in-
you're done hanging out and you say your goodbyes,
Yeah,
and
we
then
walk
you
in
like
the same
go to your
direction.
car in the parking lot. Yeah, and
Yeah.
you're like, ah, shit.
But here we go. Goodbye. Toodaloo. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, gotta copy paste my own raid message. There we go. Bye-bye. All right, we're free.
hey, here we go.